KJFM.com and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And we'll say goodbye to Rowdy and hello to Friday Night Lights. This is Jim Ross. We're in studio tonight here for a little pregame, if you will. Gordon Sanders is with me. April Froelich is running around as well. And we're going to tell you a little bit about tonight's action and the rankings and some things prior to sending you to our two featured games tonight, one online and one on the radio specifically. So let's take a look at those games. Let's get right into it. The first game of the feature game we'll have on both KJFM radio and KJ 102.1 FM will be the 3-0 Bowling Green Bobcats, number 3 ranked this week in the Class 2 poll, and they will take on the 3-0 North Callaway Thunderbirds, and that will be in Avaz. Mark and Chris are there to bring you that game. Then in Louisiana, a lot of things going on in Louisiana tonight. It's homecoming. It's the Hall of Fame inductions, and those will start at approximately 6:30. And you can listen to that game on KJFMradio.com or watch it, if you will, or on the KJFM radio app, where the Louisiana Bulldogs at 0-3 will host the Wright City Wildcats at 1-2 on the season. A little development at that game that's just come our way is Coach Steve Geschwinder will not coach tonight's game, as he's been suspended for something that took place in a JV game earlier in the week. So Tony Geschwinder and Brett Ward will man the sidelines for the Louisiana Bulldogs as they try to get their first win at home tonight. And Rodney Dolbear and Corey Radford will bring that game to you, as I mentioned, online. Other games of interest around the area we'll be keeping an eye on for you. The 3-0 Van Far Indians, 3-0 for the first time since 2017. They will travel to Mark Twain at 1-2 and play the Farmers Cup game. And Van Far with an opportunity to go 4-0. They are also ranked this week in Class 1 at number 8. Other games in Northeast Missouri that may be of interest. Hannibal is on the road at Fulton. They are 1-2 on the season, losing to Helias and the Troy Trojans last week. Fulton 0-3 in the Clarence Cannon Conference. That may be of interest to some of the folks in the area. Highland 0-3 will be on the road at Palmyra 2-1. Monroe City 1-2 is on the road at Centralia 2-1 on the season. And Clark County, the home opener, or the road game opener, I should say, for Bowling Green. They're 0-3. They will travel to South Shelby. They are 3-0. And the Bowling Green fans will remember South Shelby from the game last year up there, one of the more thrilling football games of the season. And they're playing very well again this year, as I said, at 3-0. Let's jump across the river and tell you about what's going on in Illinois. Games of interest. Pittsfield, normally the case with Pittsfield, their early season schedule is brutal, and this year is no different. Pleasant Hill, the Wolves, they co-op with Western, I believe. They are 1-2 on the season, and they will travel to Carrollton 2-1 on a road game for them. The big game in Illinois in our area tonight is West Central, as they will travel to Hardin Calhoun. Both teams are 3-0 on the season, so we have a Missouri matchup with two 3-0 teams, as we do in Illinois. West Central at Hardin Calhoun. Unity Payson, they'll be on the road at Camp Point Central. Of course, Camp Point Central, defending state champs. Brown County is on the road at Triopia. Quincy High School, who's got a really good football team, one of the top quarterbacks in West Central Illinois, they are on the road at Moline, and they are actually undefeated this year as well. And Quincy Notre Dame will host Sacred Heart Griffith. So those are the games of interest. We'll keep an eye on those as we go along this evening with scores and developments. And we'll take breaks during the game, the radio broadcast game, with Mark and Chris, and pick up on those scores and things that may be of interest to you. Let's take our first break in the early pregame show, and we'll be back to tell you about the rankings around the state of Missouri right after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Did you know the average person uses their debit card more than 20 times a month? Because debit cards are part of our daily lives, People's Bank and Trust wants to make getting and replacing your debit cards even easier. We are excited to offer debit cards instantly at our branch locations. Now when you open your account or need a replacement card, we can issue you one immediately. Call or stop by People's Bank and Trust on Business 61 in Bowling Green or historic downtown Louisiana to see how we can help you with your debit card needs. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Jim Ross with you here from the KJFM studios, along with Gordon Sanders and April Froning. Let's take a look at the rankings in the state of Missouri. They came out earlier this week. We'll just hit a couple of interesting schools for you in the big schools. In Class 6, Rockhurst is 1, DeSmet is 2. CBC, school people are familiar with, they are ranked 5 this year. The defending state champion, Liberty North, they are at 6. Looking at Class 5, Cardinal Ridders still there. They've been good. I think they won the state championship the last couple of years. Of course, Bowling Green played them, I guess it was about 3 years ago at home. Jeff City Helias, they're ranked 3. They have defeated Hannibal, a smaller school. And Branson, I know we have some folks that used to live in Louisiana, live in the Branson area. They are ranked 9 in the Class 5 state, also at 3-0. In Class 4, that's where we get into some schools in our area. Luther North, they're ranked 1 still. They were very good last year, beat Hannibal in the quarterfinal game. Hannibal was ranked 4 at 1-2. That's interesting, but that tells you about their strength of schedule. They've lost to Class 5 Helias, as I mentioned, and Class 6 Troy Buchanan last week in a close game. Kirksville, a team that plays in the NCMC, they are 3-0, and interestingly enough, they are coached by Greg Nesbitt. If you remember that name, he was the head coach at Truman State for a number of years, retired from Truman State, and took the high school job at Kirksville. Pretty interesting story there. And Wharton, a team that used to be in the EMO conference for you old timers, they are ranked number 7 in Class 4 at 3-0. Moving down to Class 3, really no teams in the area. The Blair Oaks, a team Bowling Green played, was that last year or 2 years ago, I guess, in the quarterfinal. They are ranked 1 once again. They are a perennial powerhouse. Seneca, Maryville are 2 and 3. Southern Boone out of Ashland, they're ranked 5. And St. Francis Borgia, another school people would be familiar with, they are ranked 7th in Class 3. Then in Class 2, Lamar, the nemesis of Bowling Green from last year, they're ranked 1 at 3-0 again this year. Fairgroves 2. Bowling Green is 3 at 3-0. And then a future opponent of Bowling Green later on in the year, one of their biggest non-conference games in a while, Valley Catholic will come to town. They are ranked 4 in Class 2 at 2-1. And South Shelby, who we mentioned previously, they are 3-0 and they're ranked 7. Lafayette County out of Higginsville, Bowling Green's played them a couple of times. They are ranked 8th at 2-1. And Mid Buchanan, the team Bowling Green beat last year, they are 3-0 and ranked 10. In Class 1, Marionville, St. Vincent, Adrian, Windsor, Marceline, Milan, Tipton, and then the Van Far Indians at 3-0, ranked number 8. First time they've been ranked for quite some time. Salisbury ranked 9, an opponent of Louisiana later on in the year. And Scotland County, who beat Louisiana the first game of the year, they are ranked 10th in Class 1, also at 3-0. So that's the rankings around the area and the matchups for tonight that we'll keep track of. We'll take our final break, and then we'll get you to the guys in Avaz for the Bowling Green Bobcats North Callaway game after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Welcome back to the pre-game Friday Night Lights show. My name's Jim Ross, and it's time to head to the live broadcast for you on KJFM Radio and the radio app. Roddy Dolbear and Corey Radford, they'll have the Louisiana Wright City game for you. And we're going to send you to Chris and Mark in Avaz as they'll bring the Bowling Green North Callaway matchup for you online and on 102.1 FM. Take it away, guys. Get us a victory.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in downtown Louisiana is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. Our historic venue is perfect for weddings, celebrations, and gatherings. Make your special moments unforgettable. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
And welcome to Kingdom City, Missouri. I'm going to disagree with Jim Ross here and say since we have to drive almost to Kingdom City Burger King and then double back, we can't call this a Voss anymore. So Getting ready for week 3 action, regardless of where we are. We're at North Callaway High School, by the way, as the Bowling Green Bobcats, 3-0, ranked number 3 in the state of Missouri, take on the also 3-0 North Callaway Thunderbirds here on the road. And Jim, as we wait for Chris to join us in the booth, these are pretty good teams, and North Callaway has a pretty good running back in the sophomore Galbraith.
Yeah, they're going to present a challenge for Bowling Green, something that they actually need. I think the coaching staff, and I know those of us in the radio venue have talked about Bowling Green needing to be challenged some, and tonight could be that challenge. It's on the road, it's hot outside, and you've already had a big whopper, I'm sure, so you're ready to go. And Chris may still be at Burger King. That's why he's not there yet. But yeah, this could be a good football game. I think ultimately Bowling Green will flex their muscles and take care of business. But I'd like to see them challenge at least into the second half a little bit, so they can work on some things and have the first team squad be in there for an extended period.
And we talked about, the run game of North Callaway. Bowling Green's run game is going to look a little different tonight. East to North out tonight. He's got a bit of a shoulder thing. So nothing long term, but not able to go tonight. And I think that'll really change up the attack for the Bobcats.
It surely will. And of course, Dane Dunn's more than up to the challenge. I was telling the folks here at the station earlier that one of the statewide pundits had put out a tweet about 6 backs in the state of Missouri to keep your eye on the rest of the season, and Dane Dunn was one of them. And of course, he was from the smallest school in the backs that the guy referenced. So he's getting some recognition statewide now, and he's got the tools to back that up for sure.
And Dane, as well as Easton, got some pretty good tutelage the last couple of years behind Blaine Bryant, who ends up going to Wyoming. But they're different types of backs, and I think that's changed the offense maybe a little bit for the better. A little more variety out of Bowling Green. No disrespect to Blaine, but he's a different kind of runner. I think Bowling Green a little deeper, a little more options this year.
Yeah, and that they've got to work. Mark St. Clair is a ground and pound guy. Everybody kind of knows that, but I want to see him get into the second half where they can work on the passing game some, because in my opinion, mine alone, they've got to be able to throw the football when they get into the postseason, because the really good teams will figure out a way to slow down the run, which is what we actually saw at Lamar. And so I think I'd like to see them work on that this year prior to getting into the postseason. And a game like tonight, where they may be pressed a little bit, might be a good example and a chance for that to take place.
And they did get into that a little bit a week ago against the Wright City Wildcats. And I think the score in that one, it was a healthy lead, but still not a blowout in the first half of that game. So it kind of gave Bowling Green an option to open up the playbook a little bit more.
Yeah, Mike Tyson used to say you have a plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? And that's what Wright City kind of did. They came out and scored the first touchdown last week. And I think that was a little wake-up call to Bowling Green, going, hey, wait a minute. We're not just going to walk through this game like we have the previous 2 games. We're going to have to get our act together and play some football tonight, and they certainly did as the game wore on.
I think whoever does have the better line and linebackers, like you said, stop the run, is going to be have a huge advantage here tonight. This field is dry and it's hard, so it's going to be fast, and if you get hit, it's really going to hurt when you go down. So I think that kind of does favor Bowling Green a little bit. They're on average bigger at every position.
Yeah, they're bigger. And I don't think, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think their line is quite as big as they were last year. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. They may be a little quicker, which opens up the hole. And as you mentioned, Dane Dunn's a different type of running back, as is Easton Orff, than Blaine was. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing. that you don't have great big size. There's been a lot of teams go a long way with mid-sized linemen that know how to move people around.
All right, let's take a break here on the pregame show. We still have our keys to the game and starting lineups as we get ready for Friday night football in Week 4, Bowling Green at North Callaway on Eagle 102 Sports.
By McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Lacrosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
The Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And we're back at North Callaway High School Week 3. Third-ranked Bowling Green Bobcats at the 3-0 North Callaway Thunderbirds. And our keys to the game for this one. And Jim, we kind of talked about it in the open. It's going to be stopping the run. Whoever's better at stopping the run is going to win this ball game.
Right, I agree 100%. Work on doing what you do. They've always been pretty good at stopping the run. Their Achilles heel in the past has been the pass defense, but they've kind of shored that up a little bit this year. So just do what you know how to do and do it good, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and like you said, they have shored up the secondary. Last week, a prime example, I don't think Wright City was able to complete a pass for a gain in that entire ball game, including a pair of picks in that one. So I mean, this Bowling Green defense, it's almost become an extension of the offense a little bit. They have put points on the board. They have the potential to put points on the board at any moment. Inside, outside, the Bowling Green D has been very good.
Well, and the age-old story is if you can run the ball and you can stop the run, a lot of good things happen. And that's what we've seen out of Bowling Green for the last 2 or 3 years. And they're continuing on with that this year as well. I look for this to be an entertaining game and a test for and may answer some questions for us as we go along tonight.
It's Bowling Green at North Callaway, week number 4. Those are our keys to the game. We still have starting lineups and more to come, about 20 minutes away from kickoff here in week 4 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and Service and Supply Co-op.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starters for tonight's ball game. First for the visiting number 3 Bowling Green Bobcats, 3-0 on the season, coached by Mark St. Clair. The defensive line looks like this. Number 69, a junior, Jakari Clark. A junior, number 65, a senior, number 56, Michael Orff on the D-line. Number 32, a senior, Brady Huber. At defensive end, a senior, number 34, Aiden Grody. The defensive, or the linebackers, on the inside, you have number 15, Jordan Pasley. And number 28, Gary Welch. Also at linebacker, number 3 is junior Oliver Niemeyer. And number 58, a senior, Aaron McBride. So those are your linebackers. The defensive backs on the outside, you've got a senior, number 21, Nate Mix, and number 23, senior Tanner McGaw. And the safety is number 6, a senior, Isaac Oberhaus. So that's the Bowling Green defense with accompaniment by Tom Petty. The North Callaway Thunderbirds, 3-0 on the season, coached by Kevin O'Neill. Their offense looks like this. On the line, a sophomore, number 77, Gunnar Weniker. Junior, number 58, Ben Hobner, gets the start tonight. Number 56, a junior, Zach Craighead. Freshman, number 55, Donovan Sealing, gets the start on the line. And a senior, number 54, Justice Moore. The receivers at tight end, number 19, senior Carter Moore. And a wide receiver, number 4, junior Nick Throkeld. And in the backfield, the feature back is number 34, a sophomore, Jaden Galbraith. And then the other running backs are a junior, number 11, Wyatt Hayden, and number 2, a sophomore, Colin Moore. The quarterback for the Thunderbirds is number 15, a sophomore, Colton O'Neill. 3-0, a lot of underclassmen in the starting 11 offensively for North Callaway and for Coach Kevin O'Neill. And those are your starters. More of the pregame show coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Seize the summer with hot savings on versatile New Holland mid-range tractors from Bowling Green Tractor. Choose 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $10,000 in cash back. Pick the deal that's right for you. As icing on the cake, you'll pay no money down with nothing due until 2025 with either offer. This summer's hottest deals on utility tractors are available now at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in for all the details. Offer ends September 13th. For commercial use only. Customer participation is subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Back at North Callaway, getting ready for the Bowling Green Bobcats at the North Callaway Thunderbirds. Both teams 3-0, and I can't remember the last time these two teams, except for maybe if they ever met week one, have been undefeated when they got to this point in the season. We're at the quarter pole, well, kind of past that at the end of last week, but 4 games in, you really start finding out what your team is about, and over the first 3 weeks, Bowling Green has been very, very good offensively, defensively. Had a little sputter in the first quarter last week against Wright City, but really I think that inspired a great final 3 quarters, and it ended up being a runaway victory to get Bowling Green into the state rankings. And Jim Ross, what else do we have going around the area tonight? A lot of big games.
A lot of big games. Of course, Louisiana is at their homecoming, and they just finished announcing the Hall of Fame inductees in the pregame ceremonies there. Louisiana and Wright City. Of course, you can listen to that or watch it, I should say, on kjfmradio.com or listening to it on your app on your phone. Rodney and Corey are there to bring that to you. Van Far 3-0. They're ranked in the state for the first time in a long time. 3-0 for the first time since 2017. They're on the road at Mark Twain for the Farmers Cup game. And a couple other games. Hannibal is at Fulton Highland, at Palmyra, Monroe City, at Centralia, and Clark County at South Shelby. On the Illinois side, Pittsfield's hosting Williamsville. Williamsville 2-1, Pittsfield 1-2. Pleasant Hill is on the road at Carrollton. And another 3-0 versus 3-0 game. West Central out of Winchester. They will go on the road and play Hardin Calhoun in a matchup of unbeatens in that game. Unity Payson is at Camp Point Central, the defending state champ. Brown County at Triopia, Quincy Highs at Moline, and Quincy Notre Dame host Sacred Heart Griffith. And those are the games we'll try and keep an eye on for you as we go along tonight.
Thank you very much, Jim. We're about 12 minutes away from kickoff here in North Callaway. North end of Callaway, yeah, whatever, Avas, Kingdom City, whatever you want to call it. We're here for week 3 as Bowling Green takes on the North Callaway Thunderbirds. Getting ready for the anthem here at the stadium. We'll take a break, come back with more pregame after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Live version, students performing the national anthem here tonight at North Callaway High School. as the Bowling Green Bobcats visit the North Callaway Thunderbirds. And the one really cool feature of this this old high school gym is how the Thunderbirds enter. They actually enter between the Booster Club alumni patio and the home grandstand right at the 40-yard line. So they're not coming in from one end or from the corner. They come in basically at midfield on their bench, and I think that's a little more connection with the home fans here. For the Bowling Green fans, they're across the way, and they are a long way from anything as far as concessions and other amenities here. They have to go halfway around the track to get to anything. So it is definitely a home field advantage for the North Callaway fans and team here. And in this old stadium, scoreboard just about exactly like the one at Bowling Green High School, but it is an interesting setup and a very classic setup here at North Callaway. We'll take one more break and welcome in Chris when we return. This is the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Discover Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, open Wednesday through Sunday, with our lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wrap options, and salads. Enjoy dinner favorites like the make-your-own pasta dish, lasagna, and red wine pot roast from 4 p.m. to close. We offer more than just pizza and Italian. There's something for everyone. When the weather is nice, dine on our beautiful patio. Now open Sundays from 11 to 2. Join us at Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, better health starts with your primary care provider, the person who knows your health history and can connect you with the right specialist if needed. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health, right here at home. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Just about 7 minutes away from kickoff here in week number 4, Bowling Green at North Callaway. And Chris Grody joins us. And you were telling me off air, Chris, a very special place, North Callaway, for you personally.
Well, I don't know how special it was, but this was my first touchdown in my for the Bobcats in my athletic football prowess career.
Yeah. So was that middle school, JV?
Varsity.
Varsity. So your first varsity touchdown, and what end of the field was it on?
It was on the end here. So
the south end?
Yeah, the south end.
It
was a interception here at about the 25.
Oh, it was a defensive score.
It was a defensive score.
Look at you.
I got my first pick six.
So who was you've got to have all this knowledge stored. Who was the quarterback? What was the play?
I don't remember that. I know that the quarterback dropped back, and Jeff Cordy was on our team, graduated high school with me, and he hit the quarterback as he threw it, and he threw this absolute stunning, beautiful duck right to me in the middle of nowhere, and I got to walk into the end zone.
So you just reap the benefits of his work.
Just like everybody else who scores touchdowns in a football, they reap the benefit of all the guys that do all the hard work.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
First of how many varsity touchdowns? Do you have the number?
No, I think
I
think I only had like 3 maybe total.
Well, that was a third of your high school touchdowns then. It is a special place. This year's version of the Bobcats, Chris, ranked number 3 going into week 4. And that's pretty impressive and a much higher ranking than they were at the debut of the rankings a year ago.
And you guys, I was listening to you and Jim talk on my way here, and they are starting much higher, at least ranking wise. And it always seems like Bowling Green kind of gets a snub when it comes to some of that ranking for some reason. But this is we've seen a lot of really good football teams in the last 4, 5, 6 years here from Bowling Green. And this team is equally as good as any team of the last, 4 years. So they certainly have earned it.
The captains and coaches getting ready to head out to the 50-yard line. We'll take a break, and kickoff is just minutes away here in Week 4 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, La Crosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank & Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank & Trust app today. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
Coach Mark Sinclair, Coach Kevin O'Neill, both their way back to the sidelines, and I like that look for Coach O'Neill. The floppy hat, the big goat beard.
He certainly has got a look. Last year, I remember weren't they wearing black jerseys last year? We were here. Anyways, I thought we were here last year, maybe the year before, but he had a couple of coaches that had on a real cool, real dark shirt and had multiple Boonie hats on. They looked really cool.
So North Callaway will receive the opening kickoff, second week in a row that Bowling Green has kicked off to start the game after receiving the opening kick the first 2 weeks of the season. So see if the strategy works out for the Thunderbirds as last week, Wright City was able to take the opening kickoff and score on their opening possession.
Yeah, they had Wright City had a really good running back in that young McRoberts kid, and he had 2 big touchdowns at 60-plus yards apiece, and was very difficult to bring down. Aiden he said he was so slippery, you couldn't hang on to him. And we talked that he must have been a lot bigger than what he looked from where we were, because man, they just
tree trunk legs.
Yeah, and in 4 or 5 guys, he would just bounce off of. Made a real good spin move. But I think a lot of teams want to take the ball away from Bowling Green and try to burn the clock down to try to wear them down. But what we've seen is, Bowling Green jumps out and their running backs are averaging 8 yards a carry, 7 yards a carry. And Easton, I know you said is out tonight, is averaging almost 17 yards a carry.
Yeah,
that covers a whole lot of yards real quick.
Mm-hmm. They're confident that Easton will be back next week. Little shoulder thing. And the kick goes to the far side. Hickerson kicked it off and getting a little bit of a head of steam, but running into a brick wall.
Jordan Pasley on the tackle for the Bobcats. I didn't see what other Bobcat was there, but Pasley was there too.
And the return man is shaken up. That's Tristan Petty. He's trying to get to the sideline, and now the refs are going to say.
Ref timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, he just went down.
Man, he walked, 3/4 of the field? Looks like he's holding his side or something.
Yeah. And this may be a heat thing, too. It is very, very hot out here, and there's just not much in the way of shade. We're, right next to Highway 54.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees around us, but not close to us. That's right. Yeah, that was kind of scary there, getting all the way over here and collapsing just past the hash mark. So maybe he was out of breath.
That may be it, and with the heat.
because they got him up on his knees here and they're talking to him. It looks like he's slow breathing, so maybe this isn't. If I can't breathe, I'm probably just going to fall down too. So, especially at 47, it doesn't work quite like it used to.
He's up, and it does. It looks like he's short of breath is what it is. He's a little wobbly still, and they're actually going to hold him up as he walks to the sideline.
He's kind of favoring his right side, it looks like a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so thank God.
Yeah, Tristan Penny goes to the home bench. So an injury timeout on the opening kickoff, and now North Callaway brings the offense onto the field with their quarterback, Colton O'Neill. And they put a man in motion. That's Wyatt Hayden. Play comes to the near side and just not much there.
At all.
And that'll bring up second down.
Ball carried by number 34.
And that was Galbraith.
Tackle made by number 69.
How long has Galbraith been running in Callaway County at one school or another? Probably since the 70s.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So they give them 0 yards on that carry, and they come out kind of in a two-set formation like Bowling Green runs too. They run the wide receiver back in for an extra blocker, but Jakari Clark for Bowling Green in his defensive tackle position did a good job to give up nothing.
They split out Threlk held wide on the near side on 2nd and 10. The give this time is for Moore, and again, there's nothing there.
He turned back inside, had nothing at all.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Moore, first run of the night. Clock running down to 10:55 to go in the opening quarter. Was talking to the Bowling Green coaches. They say North Callaway is about 85-15 or a run to pass, but they're in a passing situation here on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and we're going to see what Coach Spiegel's defense does here. We've seen this be a better defense in pass protection than we've ever seen in Bowling Green, so we'll see what Cody's got drawn up.
Pressure coming. Inside handoff.
Nothing.
And again, no gain on 3rd and 10. It'll be 4th and 10. And it looks like the punt team will come on. Galbraith, nothing there.
You guys talked before I got here, Mark, about the offensive line and the defensive line. And the defensive line is giving up nothing to North Callaway right now.
Aiden Grody credited with the tackle for no gain.
I know him.
Yeah?
I do.
Pretty good on both sides of the ball.
He's a pretty good kid, too, mostly.
Most of the time?
Most of the time. Oh, Gary.
Yeah, you almost blocked that. It bounces at the 48-yard line.
Bounce.
And goes another, 15 yards all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Maybe 20. That was a good bounce for North Callaway.
And that's where Bowling Green will start their first possession after a great punt by North Callaway. No score, 9:44 to go in the opening quarter.
What do you think, first play? Quick.
Oh, I think they're going to try and establish the run right off the bat.
I think roll-out pass.
I think inside handoff ain't done.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that one. That's probably true. Or Gary Welch. I mean.
And that's who's going to slot in to the east to north spot.
Inside handoff. They done.
There, he breaks it on the far side, makes a move, gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Gain of about 15 on the first offensive play. I don't know if it was inside. It looked a little off tackle.
It was a little off tackle, I agree.
But he made one move and got 15.
I'm going to give him 18 yards. He did a good job. He bounced outside and he gave away that one tackle. North Callaway had a defender outside. He wanted to go to that outside line, but he had to cut back inside because of the angle, and then he got run down from behind.
Actually 20. He went from the 22 to the 42. And on first down, not much there. Gain of 1 on the run by Dunn.
From I formation, which is God's preferred formation in football. I don't know if you know that or
not. I think it is in Alabama, at least. 2nd and 8, they gave him 2. Jay's going to keep it himself. Has the first down on the outside and taken out of bounds. And he'll get about,
10 yards?
10, 12 yards. Askew's first run.
Yeah, they do that triple option where Jace gets the option of giving the ball up front to Chase Buffington, or he keeps it in the corner and he just reads the end guy. If the end guy crashes the running back, Jace keeps it. If the end crashes Jace, he pitches it to Dane, and he kept it that time, and big gain, 10 yards.
Bowling Green has kept it on the ground each of their first few plays. Eskew, nice cut again, and he's going to get about 7 out to the North Callaway 41-yard line. They'll march it to, I guess, about 5.
Same play this way, and looking at the ball that time, you can really see it coming this way, where he fakes that ball up front and then keeps it, and did a good job because the defender was out in front of him, so he cut it back inside. And 8 yards a carry is a pretty decent average for any football team.
I came to North Callaway expecting one thing, and that was a joke from old Chop, Jerry Choppinhorse, but as this one breaks through and he's gone. Dunn going to take it all the way to the house. That's a 42-yard touchdown. Dane Dunn with 8:04 to go in the opening quarter. Bowling Green strikes first in this ball game.
Yeah, Dane got the ball, like you said, like you called earlier, an inside handoff, and just completely untouched at the second level, linebacker level. 42 yards later, he's got an easy touchdown.
So Bowling Green up 6-0 with conversion yet to come. But, old Chop, no jokes tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I got no jokes. And I told him I was deaf right off the bat. But in for the 2-point conversion is done, and it's 8-0 here at North Callaway High School. Bowling Green leads in Week 4 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and Service and Supply Co-op.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Dane Dunn runs for the 41-yard touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Bowling Green leads 8-0 with 8:04 to go in the opening quarter. And you got an update on Tristan Petty?
Yeah, Mark, it looked like Petty was down here on the sidelines with a coach or a trainer, and he ran from about the 40 to the 20, back and forth a couple times, and the trainer, whoever he's with, gives him a kind of a pat, and he's putting his helmet back on.
A little trouble picking up the kickoff now through the center of the Bowling Green kick defense and all the way out to the 33-yard line.
Senior Tanner McGall there on the kickoff team probably saved the touchdown because a couple Bobcats were out of position. We talk about running your alley, right? And they're out of position, and that looked like it could have been a big return for North Callaway, but Tanner did a good job making that tackle.
Wyatt Hayden on the return. Out past the 30 to the 33-yard line, 7:54 to go, and second series for the North Callaway offense.
Yeah, the first series was 0, folks, so see what they can come up with here.
Yeah, 3 plays, all runs, 0 yards, and they'll go back to the ground with Wyatt Hayden, and he gets the first positive play for the North Callaway offense, a gain of 4, almost 5 on first down. So they may have found something in Hayden. He's a little bit bigger guy coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, that run, he sets over here as a near side wide receiver, goes back in, or an H-back goes back in motion to the top of the field, gets the ball kind of on a reverse and gains 5 yards, and he was out there all by himself because the defensive line was crashing into the middle. He had a couple blockers, but Bowling Green did good, only give up 5 yards.
We'll get an update from the studio here in a minute. 2nd and 5. They put Hayden in motion, inside handoff. What was that?
34.
Galbraith. And he's very close to a first down, about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1, and let's get our update from Jim Ross back at the studio.
Well, all kinds of fireworks at Louisiana. Mayfield goes 91 yards on a second play from scrimmage, and Louisiana jumps out to 6-0 lead, and then Wright City turns right around and goes a long distance for a touchdown, and so Wright City leads 7-6 midway through the first quarter there. The only other score we have so far, Clark County's jumped out on top of South Shelby 8-0. That in the early going as well. Back to you guys.
And a first down run, but a helmet goes flying. Who lost their helmet? Nick Threlkeld for North Callaway, but they'll move the chains for the first time. So 3 and out on their first possession. Looks like the offense getting a little grounded here on possession number 2.
Yeah, they've got, at this point, they've got 12 yards so far, and that was a pretty good series of running there for North Callaway. But they're going to hopefully they're going to keep doing that, and Bowling Green have to make an adjustment back to what their line was doing the first series.
From the 45-yard line, North Callaway has it first and
Pass.
10. Rollout, in trouble, broke the tackle, still rolling, and that pass is caught, and nice open field tackle by Nate Mix to bring down the receiver, and that was Tristan Petty. So he looked okay on that one, his first play back in.
Yeah, had 2 wide receivers right here out front, but he was in trouble for a minute by Gary Welch, but Gary couldn't hang on to him. Gain of 12 yards maybe?
Into Bowling Green territory all the way to the 42-yard line. And a timeout, our first water break of the evening. 8-0 Bowling Green, 5:36 to go in the first quarter on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
First and 10 for the Thunderbirds from the Bobcat 42. They go back to Galbraith, and he takes it inside the 40. I'll mark him down right at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Aaron McBride for Bowling Green with a good tackle. Yeah, Bowling Green does a good job of their linemen filling holes and then leaving linebackers to make tackles. And that would have been a big loss on that pass play for Bowling Green had Gary been able to make that tackle, but he just couldn't hang on to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. If he gets back past Nate Mix, and they're going to lose yardage here.
Aaron McBride.
McBride, a big hit, and then coming in on top was Jakari Clark.
Yeah, and that was a Gary Welch start for a good breakup play. Was that 34 again?
No, that one was Colin Moore, number 2. Down to 4:35 to go. It'll be 3rd and 10 back to the 42-yard line.
Colin Moore got that ball coming to the near side, kind of like you said earlier, an off tackle. And Gary got an arm on him, that left arm on him. He bounced outside just a little bit farther, and Aaron McBride from the linebacker position made a heck of a hit and tackle.
Big 3rd down here.
And
early in this
Clark
ball
lands
game.
on him.
Yeah, that's a load.
Inside.
Uh-huh. And to the 40-yard line, so they get the 2 yards back on that one. And it's going to be 4th and 8. You got to go for it here, I think, if you're the Thunderbirds.
Think so?
From the 40, 4th and 8. Yeah, I'd say if you don't push the issue here in the opening quarter against Bowling Green, they're going to run over you.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that play call at all, that mentality. But, man, the only play that you've had was a pass that's gained double digits.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to risk it? Because surely Bowling Green is expecting a pass here.
They're going for it on 4th and 8 from the 40.
Roll out to the top side.
Pressure coming from Paisley.
Wide open.
And it is caught by number 4, Nick Threlkeld. And they convert and keep this drive alive all the way down to the Bobcat 20-yard line.
20 yards. Good play.
Clock running down to 3:23.
Wide receiver for North Callaway. Mark just runs a what we used to call a corner. Now I think they call them flags now. And was, 5 yards behind the defender, who made a pretty good effort to get to the ball. And then, would you say Caldwell made a good job to really hang on to that ball? It was kind of a sliding catch, and he kept it from hitting the ground.
And it seemed like the quarterback, O'Neill, kind of deked Pasley in the backfield. And flags come out. Bowling Green jumped.
Well, and the bad part about the jump from Bowling Green, it's okay to jump because you're motivated trying to make things happen, but it looks like they're going to call that on Brady Huber. But he jumped and made no effort to get back.
Yeah.
You got to get back real quick. You know you're off. Get back.
Yeah, we saw that a couple times last week where Wright City jumped but was able to get back and run the play. So it's going to be 1st and 5 from the 20 or from the 15-yard line of the Bobcats, as the Thunderbirds are threatening here late in the first quarter. Roll out to throw.
In trouble.
In trouble. Gets away from pressure.
Look at this.
And into the end zone. It's a touchdown for North Callaway. Caught by Tristan Petty for 15 yards. Petty, who is injured on the opening kickoff, has had 2 big catches on this drive to make it a 2-point ball game with the conversion yet to come.
And was standing all by himself in the end zone. There wasn't a Bobcat around him. So that was a horrible defensive stand for Bowling Green as far as passing goes. Just both catches, a defender nowhere near the receiver.
It's almost like they're selling out on the pressure, and O'Neill's been very good at rolling out and getting away from the Bobcat pressure. The conversion attempt, and Galbraith ties this ball game at 8. We got a ball game here in the first. 8-8, 2:36 to go in the opening quarter. Week 4 action from North Callaway on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Chris. I like this young offense for North Callaway.
Yeah. They're
a pair of sophomores leading the way.
I like the fact that they're not afraid to throw the ball. And again, this is something, if you pay attention, something that Bowling Green has struggled with is pass protection, and Coach Spiegel has done a good job in fixing that. But, man, tonight, 3 attempts, 3 completions, big yards, and a touchdown.
All 3 key contributors on that drive are sophomores.
This kid can run. Go! Oh,
just Nate got the inside of the thigh and spun down Nate Mix.
Yeah, Nate is a good runner. He's fast, and I thought that was going to be some trouble. He tried to cut back inside and just got a hand on his foot and tripped him, knocked him down.
2:28 to go in the opening quarter, tied at 8. Bowling Green scored on their first possession. I thought maybe Petty was injured again on that kickoff, but he was just searching for the tee.
The big black thing in the middle of the field?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it was even orange. I don't.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I guess it would be orange for the kickoff. The field goal tee is black.
Yeah. On 1st and 10.
Come on, Chase.
Buffington gets out to the 45. That's a gain of 7 on 1st down. Nothing really fancy there for Buffington, but an effective run for 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in that situation, honestly, keep his feet. He's fast and he can change direction. He kind of stutter stepped there to cut back inside, and I think that if he kept running out here to this outside corner, he'd have gained a few more yards. And they only need a few on 2nd down here.
Inside handoff to Dunn. He's got the 1st down and tackled just short of midfield at the Bobcat 49. Pound. Down to 1:47 to go here in the opening quarter, tied at 8. If you keep putting, I think, North Callaway into passing situations, the Bowling Green defense is going to catch up. This one on the far side, done.
Cut
inside, now back outside, and he's got a gain of about 15 yards into Thunderbird territory at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, good run by team back inside. But I think like you were just talking about, I agree with you. If you keep forcing them to throw the ball, mistakes are going to happen. And in football, you can't make those mistakes and turn the ball over like that.
Down to 1:20 to go. Here's Dunn again. Stopped.
Run.
Got 2 to the 35. Down to 1:10 to go in the quarter. I'm going to say minimal gain, maybe 1. 2nd and 9. Again to Dunn. He kind of slowed up as he hit the line. And again, he's going to get a gain of 1. And North Callaway saying they had it. But the head referee said that he was down by contact. It'd be 3rd down. No, now they've changed the call. Oh, my. A fumble by Dunn. Recovery by the T-Birds. And they have a chance to take their first lead of the night. So O'Neill brings the offense back onto the field with 42 seconds to go in the quarter. And the ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
And we're in the first quarter. There's only 42 seconds left, but you've already seen the Thunderbirds here, Mark, have really crammed the inside, trying to keep these guys from getting the ball and getting their normal run routes in lanes that they normally get, and they're smashing that down and getting the ball. Coach is going to have to spread this back out a little bit.
1st and 10 for North Callaway.
False start. Yeah, thank you.
Hayden was in motion, and while they mark off the penalty, we'll send it back to the studio for an Eagle 102 game break. Well, we'll keep it here with 42 seconds to go. As it'll be 1st and 15 now.
Goodbye. Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated and Lynn's Heritage House.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Inadvertent whistle here in the booth, but we're at the end of the first quarter, tied at 8. It'll be 2nd and 9 for North Callaway when we start the second on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, La Crosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
Start of the second quarter, 8-8 ball game. These two undefeateds playing like undefeateds here tonight. Bowling Green forced a 3-and-out of North Callaway on their opening possession. Scored quickly. The Thunderbirds come back out, tie the ball game. Long drive fueled by an air attack. You know, we were expecting the ground game, got the air attack, and they had the 2-point conversion as well. And then they get the turnover
on the fumble from Dane Dunn. Yeah, Bowling Green in the first drive did a good job of keeping the ball in the middle and then bouncing it outside, and really did a good job spreading it around. This last drive, they tried to focus it all in the middle, and didn't do so well.
Galbraith going to be taken down for a
Jordan.
loss. Short of the 35-yard line to the 34, loss of 1 on the play.
Jordan Pasley on the tackle from the linebacker position did a great job to find that gap, crash it, and make a tackle, and hang on to Galbraith. Galbraith. Looks like a big kid from here. And, of course, we know that Jordan Pasley in his off time lives where? At the YMCA.
Yeah, at the gym, yeah.
Yeah.
11:25 to go here in the first half. 3rd and 10. Bowling Green needs a stop. And they got away from one tackle. Did the back Wyatt Hayden, but not the next one. He gained 4. It's going to be 4th and 6. And I think this is a punt situation from their own 38. Niemeyer, after Hayden had initially gotten away, was able to save the first down and stop this drive, and they'll bring in the big man, Gunnar Winokur, to punt.
Certainly a punt formation. I'm surprised Bowling Green doesn't do a punt return. I don't. We've seen Tanner McGaw return a touchdown this year already, and I don't know why they don't take that option more or give their team an option like that. Nobody back at all.
Kind of goes sideways and again takes a Thunderbird bounce inside the 35 of the Bobcats all the way to the 33-yard line. And that's where Bowling Green will start this offensive series, and you got to shake off the fumble and get yourself back ahead with 10:23 to go in the half.
Yeah, Bowling Green can control this. We've seen in the first drive they did whatever they wanted, and now they're trying to force the ball. The other problem that I see here is just looking at statistics, right? And look at the carries already, Mark. Dane Dunn has carried the ball 7 times, right? And the other 2 running backs, Jace has carried it twice, and Chase has carried it once. He's got 4 or 5 running backs that can do the job. Spread the love around and make your defense keep guessing.
Maybe overcorrecting with the injury to
Good cut. Look at this.
Gone.
Go, Chase.
Right up the middle.
Look
and
at
Chase
this.
Buffington's going to take it 70-plus yards to put Bowling Green back ahead into the end zone with 10-12 to go in the half.
62 yards, baby.
Someone else carried that one.
Wait a minute.
Oh, they called it back. Oh, there is a flag sitting at the 36-yard line.
For what? Looks like they're getting some sort of information. It's got to be holding.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll delete that. That'll be the first holding call on Bowling Green that we've seen, I think, in 2 years.
Yeah.
The white hat still has not given us anything.
And he may have done it. He may have called that one himself. Now they're talking about it.
Here he comes to tell us what the play is or the violation is.
And it is a hold.
It is holding. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So instead of a touchdown, it's 1st and 20 deep in your own territory. Oh, that takes it all the way down to the 27-yard line.
And, Mark, I don't know when I was looking. There was no flag.
It must have come out late.
Jace was talking or looking at the ref, and there was no flag. And then when I looked away to do my numbers and my stats, it was thrown after that.
Yeah. Roll out.
This is also going to be a touchdown.
On the far side, he's got to get past Petty, and he is brought down into Thunderbird territory. Down to the 35-yard line. Petty, a touchdown-saving tackle. So first pass.
Is that 40 yards?
Goes from the, the 25 all the way to the 35. 40.
45. That was Dane Dunn just on a swing route. And they checked the ball
keep it
down
himself, and a little ankle tackle there. Gain of 5 for Jace Eskew.
Yeah, back to that pass. They did a good job. Just a swing route, dump pass out to the running back on a wheel route. And like I said, it looked like a touchdown, but Petty did a good job to chase.
He's quick.
Yeah, did a good job to catch Dane. And we've seen Dane run out of those tackles, and he couldn't do it this time.
Run to the near side, cut to the middle, and Dunn ran into his own man and is tackled from behind. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, gain of 3 on the play.
See where
tackle made by number 66, Malachi Long.
I don't want to take anything away from Dane Dunn. He's a good athlete. He's a good running back. But when you've got the number of running backs that you have, you've got to use all of them. You can't just focus on one guy because you become one-sided.
And Dunn
Just
this
like that.
time got away from the tackle.
Nice
he
stiff
has the
arm.
first down going all the way to the outside to get it.
Woo!
That was beautiful. Moves the chains down to the 19-yard line.
8 yards, and that was a loss. Dane got the ball and was hit immediately, backed up, bounced off that guy. Another defensive lineman got him, and Dane just King Henry shoved him to the ground and got 5 when he should have lost 3.
Yeah, they had
got 8 when he should have lost 3.
Spotting it at the 22-yard line, down to 8:27 to go in the second quarter.
Bowling Green coming out twins, Oliver Niemeyer and Isaac Oberhaus, it looks like, as wide receivers.
Up, motion. Now they'll reset. Flag comes out.
Yeah, you can't hide that motion.
Yeah.
You should have just kept going.
Yep. Dunn jumped out of the backfield. Askew goes over to talk to Coach St. Clair while they discuss this penalty. There's a lot of discussion for something that
is pretty obvious.
Yeah, all 36,000 in attendance.
Oh.
Oh, they're going to say that he was drawn. He was drawn off. Okay. Good job discussing that by the officials, getting the call right. And Bowling Green will have it 1st and 5.
I don't know what just happened. I didn't see that happen.
I saw no movement in green.
I'm not on the field. And Dane Dunn was 3 yards up from his 3-yard back running back position, but certainly went against North Callaway.
And the handoff to the near side.
Gary Welch.
Gary Welch takes it very close to the first down, gain of 4. Be 2nd and 1. 8 minutes to go.
Gary's a sophomore and has really offensively and defensively contributed to this Bowling Green team in the first 3 weeks of football here, 4 weeks today, right?
Handoff. They go back to him, and nothing there. They're going to be faced with a 3rd and 1.
Carried again by number 28, Gary Welch.
So back-to-back carries by Welch. And they're going to say he lost a yard on that one. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
No forward motion, huh? No forward progress. I wonder if this is load-bearing. I'm just going to go get my saw real quick.
I see a lot of load-bearing that probably needs to be replaced on this party deck. So I've been trying not to look around. Oh, ball's out.
Gosh.
I think North Callaway has it again.
Fumble on the play recovered by the T-Birds.
Trouble with the handoff between Eskew and Dunn. It'll go as Dunn's 2nd fumble lost tonight. North Callaway will get it back at their own 10-yard line with 7:05 to go in the half and a tie ball game at 8. Ooh.
And I don't know, that's going to go against Dane, but Jace turned and kind of just flipped it out to him, and Dane never got it. I don't know if he didn't see it or what happened, but it was just a little toss pitch and completely miscommunicated that ball. So the Bowling Green defense is going to have to come up with another stop.
They'll mark it at the 11. 7:05 to go here in the first half. You're giving North Callaway opportunities to stay in this ball game or to surprise you. And that one completed on the near side.
Pass complete to number 2.
Colin Moore on the reception, run out of bounds by Oliver Niemeyer.
Numbers, Mr. Moore, 4?
2.
2, I'm sorry.
7 minutes even. It'll be 2nd and 3 after a gain of 7.
Bowling Green has to do something here pass defense-wise, because the only real thing that we've seen from North Callaway is they've got 4 completed passes, but they're for 30 50 yards already.
Yeah, they're making these sophomores look really good right now. That looked like a lot of movement pre-snap, no flags, gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 2.
It's like dude in on that tackle.
Carried by number 34, Jaden Galbraith.
It'll be 3rd and 1, actually, as they spot the ball. These guys are younger, but they're strong.
Yeah, something's going on. Either North Callaway is a little bit better football team than what was expected, and that's probably the route that I'm going to go. But Bowling Green's going to have to step it up a little.
I think they've come out more pass heavy than expected.
That is a stop right there.
Yeah.
4th down. No gain.
4th and 1.
Carried by number 34, Jaden
Move it back to the 20-yard line.
I think you punt here, don't you?
I think you have to.
I don't give Bowling Green the ball at the 20-yard line, or potentially the ball at the 20-yard line.
And we'll find out the answer to that after our second water break. 5:52 to go in the second quarter. We're tied at 8 still. Bowling Green at North Callaway on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and Service and Supply Co-op.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
4th and 1.
They're going for it.
For North Callaway, and they do bring the offense back onto the field. I'm not sure. Winokur is their punter. They're huddling up. I think they're going to
try to get a jump.
Yep. Winokur takes a spot on the line. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 after the water break. Oh, lots of movement. And I think they got the yard.
Oh, yeah. They got about 3.
Ball carried by number 12.
They'll move the chains.
Sorry,
Gutsy call from Coach Kevin O'Neill. Put it in the hands of Colton O'Neill.
Well, and Bowling Green lined up there. They had a pretty big gap on this side of the ball, and that's what O'Neill took in his quarterback sneak. And there was just no Bobcats there to tackle him because of the way the line had lined up. And the linebackers hadn't cheated up. So I don't know in a 4th and 1 why they're not going into a goal line type of defense.
Yeah. So 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, and they're going to lose yardage. They're going to lose 5. That Jakari in on that?
Yeah, of course, and looked like Gary Welch, too.
It'll be 2nd and 15. Needed that a play ago.
Yeah.
Moore loses 5. And we're down to 5 to go in the half, still tied at 8.
58, Aaron McBride.
And Aaron McBride in on that tackle.
I haven't said it in a long time. Bowling Green needs a break. I mean, they need something to go their way.
Well, I don't think that now's not a time for them to get down on themselves. They just have to step up in their offense, their defensive pass production, and then coach needs to call some plays that are spreading the ball out. Reverse to the top side, and there's nobody there.
Yeah, he's into the secondary, short of the first down, but he got the 5 yards back and about 5 more. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd down as Brandon Biggers got it on that reverse.
Yeah,
number 1.
Tackle was made by number 3, Oliver Niemeyer.
Said Oliver Niemeyer made the tackle, but Tanner McGall was there, I thought.
Clock running down to 4 minutes.
10 yards. It's a good play. Good. They basically bring the running back in motion for a reverse or the tight end, and Bowling Green was crashing to the middle and the far side. Nobody was on the top side of the field.
3rd and 4. And the pile moves, and it's going to set up another 4th and 1.
Number 34, Jaden
Galbraith.
Tackle made by number 69, Jakari Clark.
Jakari Clark on the tackle.
Yeah, down to 3.5 minutes to go Bowling Green needs a stop. 2 giveaways here in the first half. You need to put an end to this North Callaway drive here. Get yourself a short field.
Yeah, 4th and 1. They went for it and they got it before. Now the linebackers need to be cheating up here, ready for this quarterback sneak right now. They're cheating up. Cheat up more, Jordan.
4th and 1. And they got it again. It looks like, yep.
No, did they?
Yeah. The ref on the judge on the far side.
Yeah, he's calling move.
2 converted 4th downs by North Callaway.
They're doing a good job just eating the clock up and keeping the ball out of Bowling Green's hands. And it's, Bowling Green's had the ball and fumbled twice and lost both of them.
I mean, this is a strategy not completely unlike what Mark Twain has done the last few years against Bowling Green.
Yeah, we've seen that. And I kind of attribute some of this play calling on the offensive side of the ball to what's going on against Bowling Green at this point.
Roll
at the
out.
Pass.
And incomplete.
There you go.
Intended target that time was Wyatt Hayden, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah.
Still took a pretty good bump. Be 2nd and 10.
Those cause you to think about who's coming next time you're running that route. Tanner McGall in on that stop. The ball kind of just bounced out of the receiver's hands, but Tanner certainly gave a shot, and that could affect the next time that play comes this way.
And it stops the clock with 2:24 to go. 2nd and 10. They put Hayden in motion. Inside handoff to Galbraith, and he is taken down for, I think they're going to give him forward progress just shy of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long. A little slow getting up. Aiden Grody.
Tackle made by number 30.
He's all right.
Aiden Grody.
And a timeout taken with 2:03 to go. 8-8 ball game, and let's see if Jim Ross has a Eagle 102 game break for us. Instead, we'll take a break ourselves. 8-8 ball game on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
3rd and 10 for North Callaway. 8-8 ball game, 2:17 to go in the half.
North Callaway did a good job taking their time in that timeout. Bowling Green was kind of standing there for a while waiting on them. They just break the huddle now. Twins at the top of the field for them, and then a tight end too.
O'Neal. Fake the drop back, and nothing there. They're going to lose yardage. Oh, away from the ball. There was a little tangle there.
Any flag?
I don't think we had a flag, but another timeout taken with 2:05 to go. I don't know. Did they ever start the clock? I thought it was 2:05 when we went to break. It's still at 2:05. They only give them a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 11. And Coach O'Neal, Coach Sinclair, talking about this.
Timeout, Bobcats.
I think at this point, you have to punt now.
I think so. But I mean, they converted both of the 4th and 1s earlier, but I think I would have punted.
At 4th and 11, I think that's a different situation.
Yeah, I agree with you, but given I would have made that decision on 4th and 1, I probably would have punted the first time. But they got it, and it was a successful call. But in North Callaway's position right now, they're fortunate to have taken that ball away from Bowling Green on that fumble earlier. And then the last thing I want to do at 4th and 1 is give them the ball, inside the 30.
Yeah.
But again, it's all for naught because they got it on the call. Good play by the Thunderbirds and a good call by the coach.
2:12.
Now
They actually put time on the clock.
What? Now Tanner's going back for a punt return, so let's see what would happen if he gets the ball.
The kick goes.
Dang.
Right to him, and he did not go down. He kept the knees off the turf and ends up getting about 10 yards on the return. Good job by McGaw.
Yeah, Tanner, high kick. He caught that ball just, it looked like below his face mask. Stepped back, his foot slipped out. He got his hand down and kept himself from going down. And then just outran a Thunderbird that was, 2 foot in front of him?
Yeah, I think the coverage stopped thinking he was going down.
Yeah, maybe.
And that kind of caught him flat-footed. He was able to run past, get it out to the 45-yard line. You got 2 minutes to work with to try and take the lead. Bowling Green scored first. North Callaway answered. Bowling Green will have the opening kickoff of the second half, and they go up the gut, and breaking a tackle is done. Will he get there?
45.
It's a foot race. He's in.
Score.
Touchdown, Bowling Green. Check the backfield. No flags this time. This one will count. Bowling Green pulls ahead in the final minute 51.
Great play. Dane gets that ball up the front and just outruns everybody. He wasn't touched at the second level linebackers and then outran the two DBs chasing him.
And the second DB, it looked like, was gaining and then just stopped.
Yeah, it did look that way. I don't disagree.
So I don't know if he came up lame or just knew he wasn't going to get him.
Came up lame.
I don't know. He could have pulled a hammy. I don't know.
It's like your vet schooling is paying off or something. Yeah.
14-8, and good fake, and in and out of the hands. That should be interference. That contact was early. It came from Nick Threlkeld, and it'll stay a 6-point game. 14-8. 2-point conversion, no good. Bowling Green doesn't like the call. Minute 51 to go in the half from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bowling Green gets the go-ahead touchdown, fail on the 2-point try, probably a missed interference call, and on the ensuing kickoff, they T-Birds take it out to the 28. And that's where they'll take over.
A good kick by Bennett Hickerson again. Kicked the ball high and all the way back to the deep man. And the return was maybe 7 yards? So Bowling Green, maybe 10. Bowling Green did a good job to cover that down.
Minute 39 to go in the half. The Bobcats will have the second half kickoff. So are you going for broke here if you're the T-Birds? You going to the air?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what they've been most successful with, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen them do it more in those last couple drives.
All right, from their own 28.
This is going to be a pass because the one kid's rubbing his hands like crazy.
To the near side, one-on-one, and incomplete. He had his man, Petty, spinning.
Yeah.
Trying to find that one, high arcing pass.
Threw the ball here to the 50, kind of out of that outside shoulder, but Nate Mix was all over that. Petty did a great attempt to dive to his opposite shoulder to catch the ball.
I think he dove the wrong way, though.
Well, you can't. That's
he had no idea where that ball was.
He's got to turn. He's got to find the ball. He just knew it was over to that shoulder and kind of just jumped in that direction. But, hopefully, if you're paying attention on the defensive side of the ball, you saw that receiver, Thunderbird receiver, ready. He knew he told you what play was coming.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Roll out again. Pass caught. Gets away from the tackle. And finally brought down is Colin Moore.
Pass complete to number 2.
He just kind of spun around. He only ends up gaining 1.
Yeah, Colin Moore. Tanner McGaw had him there probably for a loss, and he spun out and gained a little bit of yards. So, good play on his part to make something out of a good defensive play by Tanner.
3rd and 9, minute to go. And
Bowling Green's got 2 timeouts, and I'm completely shocked that Coach isn't burning them here to get the ball back to his Bobcats and give himself another quick score attempt.
3rd and 9. They're going to put it on the ground this time.
Holding.
And
where's that flag?
They've got the first down, out of bounds.
He had him completely turned inside.
45.
Completely had a hold of him facing the inside. The defender's trying to get outside, and it's 2 foot in front of the referee. Nothing at all. Wow. Good run for gain of, 15?
That's right. And a fresh set with 35 seconds to go, and now you kind of regret if you're North Callaway letting the clock run there.
A little bit.
Back to Galbraith, and the ball came
Ball
out.
is out.
Bowling Green saying they have it.
And
they
Bowling
do.
Green ball.
They do. And now you got 27 seconds to try and put it in the end zone and extend this lead. That's the break Bowling Green has been looking for.
Well, this is where they're going to have to try to do a quick score offense. 20 seconds, 27
you got
seconds.
2 timeouts.
You do got 2 timeouts. And we saw, how quick did Dane run that 45 yards in? Did you time him? I didn't.
It was pretty quick. About 9 seconds.
Oh, 9 seconds. Okay, so that's plenty of time on the clock then to.
But you can keep running even with the clock run out as long as you don't get tackled.
That's true.
And up the middle, 5-yard gain on first down to the 39-yard line of the T-Birds. Down to 20 seconds.
Clock's. Why is the clock stopped?
There was a timeout taken by Bowling Green. Their second. And while they talk about it, let's send it to Jim Ross for an Eagle 102 game break.
Yeah, a lot of action going on in Louisiana. Wright City leads that game 21-6. They're about midway through the second quarter. Upset brewing in Mark Twain country as they lead Vanfar 20-6. Hannibal 22-0 over Fulton. 8-0. Palmyra leads Highland. Centralia leads Monroe City 20-14, and South Shelby leads Clark County 22-8. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. They reset the clock to 23 seconds. So they add 3 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats, trying to extend their 6-point lead.
They've got a couple good plays in the playbook here. We'll see whether Coach is going to pull the trigger on a couple of those or not. I know that he likes to ground and pound the ball, but, I think with this opportunity, I think you want to go in, up another score, and get the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to be a little pushy as a coach here.
Yeah.
I'm going to call a little tricky stuff to try to get that ball down the field and give my guys a chance to score.
They'll put 2 receivers to the near side, 2 in the backfield. Roll out.
There's a pass.
Pressure coming. Eskew
Throw
gets
it.
away, puts it in the air, and it is
touchdown!
Caught. And in!
Yes!
He juggled it.
Yes!
But Aiden falls backwards and hauls it in. Oh, what a play to end this half. 15 seconds to go. Grody almost
How many yards?
had that slip through.
Yeah.
That would have been, that was from the 40-yard line. That was the previous spot.
I completely will admit I was watching football at that point. I'm sorry.
20-8.
Doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
You went into dad mode.
I did. I'm sorry. That's right.
And I can't blame you as Eskew runs in for the 2-point conversion to make it 22-8 Bowling Green. 15 seconds to go on the half. This is Week 4 football on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Ask you to Aiden Grody for 40 yards. Jace adds the 2-point conversion on a run. Bowling Green will get the opportunity for the double and the half of the touchdown and get the ball back. And they'll squib kick it, hit the up man, and Bowling Green got it back.
Wow.
Falling on it was Gary Welch. They hit the up man.
Onside kick recovered by the Bobcats.
I don't know that.
I don't think it was an outside attempt.
I don't think it was either. I think it was a squib kick that just bounced off the front man. Because there's zero reason to go for an onside kick there. I think that was a squib kick supposed to go through just to burn the clock down, and Bowling Green ends up with it. I think you'd see victory formation here, but maybe not.
Yeah, we'll see. They put a man in motion.
Is a pass.
Little jump pass and bouncing off a tackle. Niemeyer to the far side, and he's brought down to 3 seconds and 22 yards from the end zone. And the clock right now shows zeros, but no one's leaving the field. I think they're going to put a couple of seconds back on.
24-yard reception for Oliver there.
They'll move the chains. They'll put, I think they're saying 5 seconds. Bowling Green hurrying up to the line, but okay, now they put 5 on there.
And they wind it.
Or 0.5. And they spike it.
Does that count as an incomplete pass?
No.
It does.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. I 100% agree with you. It shouldn't. Spiking the ball is a play, but.
They stop the clock with 0.4. So 1/10 rain off. Here we go.
I think you throw it again.
Yeah. You got to roll out. Oh, big
Good
block.
Oliver
Throw up
Niemeyer.
the middle, and it is. There's a flag.
There's a flag.
Pass interference in
Two
the end
flags.
zone. And Bowling Green will have an on-time play from the 1-yard line to try and extend this lead further. What a play call. Oliver Niemeyer in the end zone, and
So in the NFL, right, in the NFL, that would be a spot foul. So
yeah,
at the 1-yard line. Here it's a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So
that puts it at the 10, basically.
Yeah, they'll get a 10-yard penalty and an unclocked time, an untimed.
Oh, they're going to call offsetting penalties and end the half.
So that should end it then.
Against the Bobcats, pass interference against the T-Birds, offsetting penalties.
So they'll get one play. So they're going to get one untimed play. They're going to replay that.
Yeah, they'll replay the down, untimed. Huh. What a crazy first half, huh?
Yeah, what a crazy last part of the second half. First half, excuse me.
Here we go. Roll out again. Jace puts it in the air, up the middle again, and this one is caught by Grody for a touchdown. Grody's second this minute.
Yeah.
This half minute.
Yeah, that's right.
28-8, Bowling Green puts it in the end zone.
Is that 22 yards, Mark?
That would be 22 yards. Touchdown, Bowling Green on an untimed play after offsetting penalties with no time on the clock. What a crazy scenario. An accidental onside kick. Aiden was sure about this one.
Yeah, that one we were sure of.
And Eskew's going to be stopped. Forward progress was stopped. 2-point conversion is no good. 28-8. That's how we go to the half. Bowling Green will receive the second half kickoff. What a crazy end to the first half of this one. And the Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, La Crosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
And we're at the half here at North Callaway High School. Bowling Green has no business being up 28-8, but that's where we find ourselves. Mark Front and Chris Grody back here in the broadcast booth, and Chris, what a wild finish to that first half.
Yeah, you know, they started at 8-8, right? So that's really a great football game. That's the kind of football games that I enjoy. You know, those games where it's all about defense, and we saw Bowling Green being real stingy on play calling, just kind of running the ball. They came out in the first drive, ran the ball up the gut, pitched it to the outside, ran it in the off tackle, and just drove down and scored a touchdown like they wanted. And then the next couple series, it was trying to get Dane in the middle. And North Callaway did a great job of stopping the Bowling Green offense, which we've not seen a lot of stops.
2 fumbles.
And they forced 2 fumbles. They took the ball away twice. And then the last 3 minutes of this second quarter was just epic for Bowling Green, where North Callaway has the ball probably the majority of the quarter.
Yeah.
Right? And then Bowling Green gets the ball in the last 2 minutes and scores 2 touchdowns.
I mean, we were talking about it. The Bobcats finally scratch ahead. They had the 14-8 lead. Finally got stopped on the 2-point try. So it's a 6-point game, and really North Callaway was in clock management mode.
Yeah.
They were trying to run out the half.
A fumble.
Finally, the fumble. That was the break.
Yeah. Turns the ball over to Bowling Green. Bowling Green tries a couple run plays. They've got a monster pass to Oliver Niemeyer that drew pass interference in the end zone, but a holding on Bowling Green offsets those and gives them that final play. But like you said, at a minute 51 left in this first half of the ball game, Dane Dunn breaks a 45-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was no good. And then 15 seconds left, Aiden Grody comes up with a 40-yard TD reception. And then
he almost dropped.
That he almost dropped. He bobbled it around. And then that last play that was untimed was a 22-yard touchdown reception to Aiden again. And that one he didn't drop. He certainly did a good job and focused on that one.
So, just a crazy half. Inadvertent onside kick. You're just trying to kill the last 15 seconds.
Yeah.
after Aiden's touchdown, it hits the up man.
Yeah.
Bowling Green falls on it and ends up in that 15 seconds scoring again.
And we keep calling that an onside kick because Bowling Green did recover it and took over. But I don't know.
It was a squib.
Yeah, I don't think that they were trying to onside kick the ball. Because I should have, because I was thinking, what am I going to do here if I'm kicking the ball? Because I don't want to kick it deep and give them a chance. I just want to dribble it and make them get the ball, focus on what they're going to do and fall on it. And it just happened to hit the front man. And Gary Welch, who happens to be Mr. Johnny on the spot all the time, is in the right spot and recovers the ball for Bowling Green.
And you have a short field at that point. I mean, I don't know how you turn the gears that fast, but Bowling Green came up with a passing attack that we haven't seen all season.
Yeah,
and it produces, 2 scores in 15 seconds.
Well, and that pass to Oliver Niemeyer, that would have been a touchdown. He had a great corner route going. He's going up to get the ball, and it's just hacked before the ball gets there, and he's got no chance to get it. It's unfortunate that there was a holding call back here at the offensive line to offset that, because Bowling Green, like you said, would have got a 10-yard reset of try. But instead, like you said, in the last minute and 51 seconds of the football game, Bowling Green scores 21 points. 20 points.
Absolutely crazy. And you're getting that untimed down position 22 yards away. Who do you throw to? The biggest kid on the field.
Yeah. He's a pretty big target for sure.
And he was right there in the middle of the end zone to seal the first half dominance here in that final half of the second quarter here at North Callaway. It's 28-8. Bowling Green ahead, and they will get the ball back to start the second half. They will receive the opening kickoff. So we'll take a break. When we come back, Jim Ross will run you through first half action from around the area here on the Eagle 102 Halftime Report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and Service and Supply Co-op.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Seize the summer with hot savings on versatile New Holland mid-range tractors from Bowling Green Tractor. Choose 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $10,000 in cash back. Pick the deal that's right for you. As icing on the cake, you'll pay no money down with nothing due until 2025 with either offer. This summer's hottest deals on utility tractors are available now at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in for all the details. Offer ends September 13th. For commercial use only. Customer participation is subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Welcome back to the halftime show. This is Jim Ross in the studio with your halftime report, looking at scores around the area. In Louisiana, Wright City just scored again late in the second quarter, and they lead that game 35-6 over the Bulldogs in their homecoming game. In a close one late in the second quarter, Mark Twain leads Van Far 20-14. Hannibal 30-0 over Fulton late in the second quarter. Palmyra 32-0 over Highland. Centralia leads Monroe City 20-14, and South Shelby leads Clark County 30-14. At half on the Illinois side, Pittsfield trails Williamsville 14-6. Carrollton leads Pleasant Hill 7-6. West Central is trailing Hardin Calhoun 26-6. Camp Point Central really giving the business to Unity Pace, and they lead that game 35-0. And Quincy High leads Moline 18-0, and Quincy Notre Dame leads Sacred Heart Griffin 18-0 as well. Those are your halftime scores. Back to the guys in Avaz, Kingdom City.
wherever we are. North Callaway High School, and I think this ball game is far from over, Chris.
Yeah.
I like 28-8 better than 14-8. That's for sure. I'll take that, and I like having the ball back to start the second half. But it was not the cleanest first half for the Bowling Green Bobcats, and you can tell they did, at least in their own minds, have to change the game plan without Easton here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think, whatever Easton's shoulder injury is, hopefully, he's a good kid, and hopefully that gets healed up pretty quick and gets him back. But, Easton has not gotten a big fair share of the runs. But he certainly does his part of the workload because he's averaging, like I said, like 16, according to our stats that I have, and mine aren't official, but they're pretty close. He's averaging like 16.76 yards a carry. So, I was taught to round up, right? So that's 17 yards a carry. That's a huge impact, and that's a factor that takes the focus off of Dane Dunn on the regular parts of the games. Who carries the ball, 20 times a game? So, Easton not being here tonight is certainly a difference in the Bowling Green. At least not playing is certainly a difference in the Bowling Green game. And I look forward to having him back. I love the kid. He's a good dude.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be a long absence from the lineup here for Easton Orff, and I think Bowling Green has learned a lot of things in the first two quarters of this ball game. How to adjust, how to change that quick strike offense so it stays quick strike with one of your two feature backs not in the lineup.
Well, and we've seen a couple big runs. Like, one touchdown called back from Chase Buffington, and those guys are the guys that we talk about because those are the guys that you see running down and doing the cool Derek Carr, Michael Jackson dance in the end zones that cost you $14,000 in NFL fines. But those runs don't happen if the Anderson Hunts and the Parker Jones and the Seth Reeds aren't doing their job. Brody Essig, those guys aren't doing what they're doing on the offensive line. So, all the props to those guys for doing the stuff that really, really sucks in a football game, the hard stuff, and, giving these guys big open holes, holding the backers off of Jay so he can get the ball down to Aiden Grody and Oliver Niemeyer. So we got to throw props to those guys. They're doing a good job tonight.
Absolutely. 28-8 our score after two quarters. Come back in a minute with more of the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Two quarters in the books, about 7.5 minutes to go before we start the second half of this ball game. And Bowling Green, they were in a dogfight for a long time, and a couple of breaks go their way in the final 2 minutes, and they enjoy a 20-point lead right now heading into the second half where they'll get the ball. And did we take a look at the first half numbers?
We haven't, but we can go over them right now. For the Bowling Green side of the ball, Dane Dunn is currently leading with 11 carries for 77 yards, so he's averaging 12.8 or 13 yards a carry.
Yeah, did have the 2 fumbles in the first half.
He's got 2 fumbles. Jace Eskew has got 4 carries for 25 yards, averaging 6 1/4. Chase Buffington has got a carry for 7 yards, and you know what a 40-yard, 50-yard touchdown that was called back. And then Gary Welch has got 2 carries for 3 yards. Jace Eskew is 5 for 6 for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow, and that was all in the final 2 minutes.
That was all within the last minute and 51 seconds of the ball game. Over on the North Callaway side of the ball, Galbraith is got 16 carries for 41 yards, averaging 2.5 yards a carry. Colin Moore has got 2 carries for -3 yards. And I'm trying to see in the dark, which is not the easiest.
Yeah, we are outside here
Wyatt
at North Callaway.
Hayden
Yeah.
has got 2 carries for 7 yards. There is just a couple more on here, but I can't see what I'm looking at, which is fantastic for all of the people listening to me Phil right now. Colton O'Neill for North Callaway has got 1 carry for 3 yards. Colin Moore, I need to add that one back over to him. And then Brandon Biggers has got 1 carry for 10 yards for North Callaway.
Yeah, that was that reverse.
It was?
That he got it on the reverse and was able to take it for 10. And that was when, we're in the final 2 minutes and we're thinking, oh, they're going to try and score on the final play and tie this game or take the lead with the conversion. But then Bowling Green gets the turnover and I mean, this thing, the script flipped in a hurry for Bowling Green to take this from what at the time was a 14-8 lead to a 28-8 lead in the final 2 minutes.
Colton
of the first half.
Colton O'Neill Mark is 5 for 7 for North Callaway for 53 yards and a touchdown.
And he's looked good.
He does look good.
And this is a sophomore-led North Callaway offense. They were impressive in the first half, and I think Bowling Green is pretty stoked to only have given up 8 points, just based on how good that trio between Galbraith, O'Neill, and Petty has been, and you can kind of fold Colin Moore into that as well. They're all sophomores. So in the next 2.5 seasons, this group, they're already gelling as sophomores. So, this is going to be a tough ball game for a lot of teams in and outside the EMO over the next few years.
Yeah, I agree with you. And one thing I want to cover, and you kind of covered this already, is it's certainly been a dogfight, and Bowling Green is trying to continue their powerhouse football against everybody that they run. But go back to the 2 fumbles, right? Mm-hmm. If those weren't losses, if those weren't takeaways, would those have turned into scores? And I think the answer,
one was at the 10-yard line.
I think the answer most likely is yes. So quite literally, we're still roughly at the same type of football score that we would have been, if not worse, because they get scores on those 2 touchdowns and then get the ball back again instead of it ending short. And North Callaway, what I want to commend them on offensively side of the ball is they have done a fantastic job at controlling the clock. Mm-hmm. If you want to beat Bowling Green, you have to score against their defense, which is pretty stingy, right? Mm-hmm. And then you've got to not let their offense have the ball, right? You've got to dig out 10 yards if you can. And if you can't do it, then you're not going to beat them, I don't think. There's not a lot of teams that can outscore them, but I don't think in regular season.
No, not at all. So about 3 minutes to go before we start the second half. Bowling Green will receive the opening kick, leading 28-8 at North Callaway. Battle of 3-0s going the Bobcats' way after 2 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options, muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wraps, and salads. And Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close, featuring delicious entrees like lasagna, red wine pot, variety of dishes beyond pizza and Italian, ensuring there's something for everyone. And don't forget, we're now open Sundays from 11 to 2 p.m. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana. Your perfect dining destination Wednesday through Sunday.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Bobcats back to their sideline. Quick huddle in the end zone for the T-Birds, and now they're on their way back.
Did you see that catch?
I did not.
Chase Buffington just made one of the coolest one-handed catches I've ever seen for nothing. He just did it again.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just setting the scene for the second half of this ball game.
Maybe.
As it was interesting, a long talk. The offensive coaches for North Callaway with two of their receivers, Threlkeld and Wyatt Hayden, in the end zone after the rest of the team had gone to the bench. So,
what do you think you're going to see right off the bat from Bowling Green?
I'm trying to determine if I'm going to see an onside attempt from North Callaway to start the second half.
I think I would if I was North Callaway. You're down 20 points. Yeah. Bowling Green has proven to them they can score from the 30 or the 40, 50 and in.
Yeah.
Why not try it? If you come away with it and can cut this lead in by a little bit, you're going to do okay. You're going to motivate your guys, and momentum, goes a long way in a football game.
So they come onto the field, the T-Birds do, to kick this ball off. As the final seconds run off on halftime. Now the Bobcats take the field with a 20-point lead. That's 3 scores.
I got people calling or texting me saying that the score somewhere shows 28-28, but the score in all actuality here is 28-8 Bowling Green.
Yep.
So if you know Alice Charlton and got her cell phone number, send her the score so she knows what the score is.
That's why you can't depend on
that was going to be an onside kick.
And it was
Did you see that?
Dead, yeah.
Yeah. So Bowling Green needs to be like, oh, okay. That absolutely was going to be an onside kick, but they blew it dead.
Their kicker is Weniker. And it is squibbed. Picked up at the 30-yard line. Breaks a tackle and it gets it out to the 44.
Nate
Good
Mix,
return.
man, is a runner. I want to see him score a touchdown. I'll be excited for him. He is fast.
Yes, he is.
Made by number 52, Christian Moore.
Christian Moore on the stop for the T-Birds. Senior lineman. See what the Bobcats want to come out with here.
Roll out pass.
It's worked. It's been effective.
It has worked. Hurry to the line like they always do.
Inside handoff.
Let's give the Dane up front.
Yep, and he gets 9 out to midfield. 2nd and 1.
12 carries for Dane already.
Clock rolling here in the third quarter.
It's like about 8.
Yeah. He slid forward a little bit after he was tackled at the 49-yard line of the Thunderbirds.
How dare you look at the ball.
I know. Handoff again. No, Jace keeps it on the outside, and as he's turning the corner, his feet come out from under him. Rolls out of bounds, enough for the first down.
Carried by number 8, Jace Eskew.
Another 8 yards probably for Dane or for Jace there. And I had that. They had me completely fooled. I was following Dane the whole time on that one.
All the way to the 39. Gain of 10 on the play. And the referee winds the clock.
Isaac Oberhaus out here on the near side and wide receiver.
And all sorts of movement, and
yeah,
it'll be 1st and 5.
The entire defensive line.
Number 77, 76, 54. Oh.
Yeah.
So Bowling Green in business.
Offsides against the T-Birds.
Given the business, like Jim Ross says. I think Jim is stuck in the 80s.
Our Jim or?
Yeah, I think so.
Or
Nobody
WWE
says,
or
nobody says given the business anymore.
I like it though.
I do too.
Fake the pitch out.
Come on, Chase.
Go back to the far
Good
side.
cut. Look at
Buffington, and he's in for
on
the
running
touchdown.
the line. Yeah. Oh, they called him out.
Oh. He was holding the ball up too.
20 yards. And he must have known he was out because he turned around immediately and ran back. So, but yeah, he was really tiptoeing the line. The ball was up, trying to keep his balance. Also, another unbelievably fast running back.
Yeah. 10:59 to go here in the third quarter. Bowling Green has it 1st and 10 from the Thunderbird 16. They come near side with it. Good little shoulder shake to get him 5 yards. That's Dane Dunn.
Looked like Dane was a little behind on that one to me because he had a good lead block up front at the linebacker level, and he just never made it through the line to that level.
And I've given him
5
4.
yards.
Yeah,
4 yards.
2nd and 6. Again to Dunn, and he fights for it. He's got first down yardage. He got 7 on that. Inside the 10 to the 6-yard line of North Callaway. 1st and goal.
1st and goal from what, the 6-yard line.
10:17 to play in the third quarter. This drive approaching 2 minutes. Again, Dunn. Stop short of the goal line. No, and he fumbled again. At the 5-yard line, Dunn loses it again. That's a 3rd fumble. And the 3rd takeaway for this Thunderbird defense.
Wow.
That stalls the drive.
You know, I hear a lot of coaches say that I don't want to throw the ball because it could be intercepted, the negative things that work against the offense. But when the guy that you give the ball 14 times has 3 fumbles, maybe we ought to look at another game plan.
Well, it just, between the ball and the field, everything seems slick out there.
It's muggy. I'm not on Dane too much, but, you got to have some sort of change if it isn't working the way you want it.
Nothing there on first down.
Is that Galbraith?
I believe it was.
Carried by number 34, Jaden
And
Galbraith.
he's limping coming out of the pile.
Tackle made by number 32,
Or 54
Brady
is,
Huber.
sorry.
Brady Huber on the tackle there for Bowling Green.
2nd and 10.
In at his defensive tackle position. It's fast. Brady is so fast. Also, and that's, Jakari Clark, Michael Orff, Aiden Grody, and Brady Huber are a couple of the defensive linemen. The 4 that are on the field right now. Brady's super fast, 200 pounds. The other boys are big.
Yeah.
They're landing on you. That doesn't feel good.
To the near side, and again, just nothing there. And they'll say no gain again.
Jordan Pasley, Aiden Grody, and Oliver Niemeyer all in on that tackle for Bowling Green, and that's impressive.
34, Jaden Galbraith.
When you're outside linebacker, inside linebacker, and your defensive end are making the tackle at the same time.
Down to 8:48 to play in the third quarter. This game rolls right along.
And it looks like Bowling Green just at this point, Mark, is outlasting, stamina-wise, the Thunderbirds. And that's something that we've not seen from Bowling Green. Normally they're kind of wearing down or they're out by halftime, their starters are.
On third down, the pile will fall forward, a gain of 2, but just nothing really going for the North Callaway offense, and they'll have to punt from their own end zone.
And they were 5 for 7 in passing in the first half. Why aren't they trying to roll out and throw the ball again?
Yeah.
Did they see a change in the defense that they didn't like?
That's a possibility.
But they've not called a pass at all since. Brady Huber in on that tackle. Good kick.
Yep. And we'll take another North Callaway bounce. He punted that from his own end zone. It's going to end up at the Bobcat 44-yard line.
Yeah, good kick. Jace Eskew was back there in the punt return formation and lets it bounce, and as it bounces away from him, he just turns and runs off the field to go get the play for the offense.
56-yard net on that punt.
Jacob Rue is one of the guys I left out talking about that offensive line. He's the center for the Bowling Green offense, anchoring the offensive line at his center position, and he's done a good job. I think he's a sophomore. I think. And maybe he's a junior.
Rue, junior.
Yeah, he's a junior, but still, comes in, plays that center position this year, and has done a good job.
They put Dunn in motion, and inside handoff, going to get about 2 yards, maybe 3. On the carry that time by Buffington.
We'll give him 3.
2nd and 7. Clock running down to 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Now, does Coach want to work on getting his 50 points, or does he just want to get out of the game with what he's got? What do you think?
I think you keep rolling, keep the clock moving. I think your offense is there for 4 quarters by this point.
I think so too.
Dunn got that handoff and gets to midfield. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Gain of 2 on the play. Not gain of 3.
15th carry for Dane. It's good to see, he's not afraid to continue to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Dane doesn't fumble. I don't know that he had a fumble or 2 last year, and this year this game he's got 3, but he's an awful good running back. So there's going to be some colleges that are going to miss out on him.
3rd and 4. Roll out. Jay's going to have to get away. Does get away from the first tackle. Another.
Oh, look inside. This is going to be a
score. Coming back the near way and up the middle of the field, and Eskew is going to take a broken play in for a touchdown of 50 yards. 6:19 to go. Eskew into the end zone to make it 34-8.
Jace does a good job. He rolls out to the top side of the field. He's got a defender right in his face right away.
Yeah, he had him for a loss.
Yeah, and he gets away from that. He turns the ball inside, and 50 yards later, he's untouched, and 50 yards later, he's getting a breather at the huddle after his touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt coming.
Put down in motion, little jump pass, and incomplete.
I don't know why that. I don't understand the jump pass.
No good.
When all of last year, all of those attempts were rollout passes, and most of them were complete and for good, and I don't know what they're doing.
6:19 to go, third quarter. Bowling Green now leads 34-8 here at North Callaway, and let's send it back to the studio for Jim Ross and an Eagle 102 game break.
Louisiana at halftime, they trail Wright City 35-14. Halftime score, Mark Twain leads Van Far 20-14. Hannibal 30-0 over Fulton. Palmyra leads Highland at half 32-0. Centralia 26-22 at half over Monroe City. And in the third quarter, South Shelby leads Clark County 30-14. And on the Illinois side, at halftime, Williamsville 14-6 over Pittsfield. Carrollton leads Pleasant Hill 7-6. West Central 26-6 over, or trails Hardin Central 26-6. Camp Point Central 35-0 over Payson. Brown County leads Triopia 30-6. Quincy leads Moline 29-7, and still 18-0 Quincy Notre Dame over Sacred Heart Griffin. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. After the touchdown, they called water break here at North Callaway. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with more second half action as Bowling Green leads 34-8.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Beautiful kickoff by Bennett Hickerson. Good return by North Callaway all the way out to the North Callaway 28-yard line, 27-yard line. 6:07 to go. So we took our water break a few seconds early here in the third quarter where Bowling Green leads the T-Birds.
We had to give the water the business, so got some time going.
We've been slamming water. It is warm up here on the T-Bird party deck. Not much there on first down.
Nothing for Galbraith. Maybe. Well, they're going to give him 2 yards, it looks like.
Carried by number 34, Jaden Galbraith.
Jaden, probably the toughest night he's had so far this season.
I think so. Bowling Green's front four and their two inside linebackers have really done a good job at controlling him in the night. And if he's their big running back and he's not doing very well, that's going to be disheartening to your team.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we saw them be pretty effective throwing the ball, and they've not done that yet again.
We'll see what they do here on second and 8.
A swing pass.
Oh, and
that's a fumble.
Yeah, it is.
That's Bowling Green ball. Michael Orff.
Michael Orff, yeah. 56 for the Bobcats. That was a lateral.
My boy. Way to go, Michael.
And it is recovered by the Bobcats, and it just didn't seem like the concentration was there for North Callaway. They really didn't react as if it was a fumble.
Yeah, that was a swing pass. It certainly was thrown backwards, and it hit the receiver's hands, and he just couldn't hang on to it. Kind of maybe that run before the catch. And like you said, it looked like he fell down, but nobody else even attempted to get the ball, and Michael was just right there, Johnny, on the spot.
Well, you play until you hear a whistle, and there was definitely no whistle blowing. Bowling Green gets it back.
And defensive linemen don't get the ball a lot, so when it's on the ground, they want it.
Yeah. Inside handoff done into these linebackers and really into the safeties there to take it down to the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, good 9-yard run by Dane, and nobody touched him until the secondary and two safeties or linebackers converged on him. He just put his head down and gave them the business.
Yeah.
Jim, I know you want in on this.
4:52 to go. In the third quarter, Askew keeps
cut,
it himself
Jace.
this time. Has the first down and gets it inside the 10-yard line with 4:44 to go in the third quarter.
6 yards probably for Jace, and he did a good job keeping the ball. Fakes it to Dane, keeps it. The defensive end crashes. Jace cuts it inside, and then almost out-juked the linebacker. But just
he is so good at flipping those shoulder pads sideways.
Yeah.
He almost disappears.
Yeah.
And can fit through.
It's like that transformer that stole the rock, right? The piece. Remember that movie? And he would turn and you couldn't see him.
Yeah, exactly. The shoulder pads are definitely the thickest part, and falling over the line was the defensive end for North Callaway.
Flag is offsides against
That was
the
Lane, the junior. That'll move it 5 yards closer, and it'll be first and goal from the 5.
First and goal from the 5. You are correct. Jace comes in from the sidelines with the play.
Bobcats looking for the score here, and Dunn rolled off one tackle, got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second and goal from the 5.
Yeah, he was contacted what a step after he got the ball and kind of pulled him backwards, but he did a good job to hang on to the ball. I mean, those are dangerous when you get that backside grab. You don't know what's coming and it pulls your hand out, but that pulled him around completely, locked onto the ball, and like you said, he got nothing out of that.
3.5 to play in the quarter.
Here it is.
Roll out. The pressure, and Grody, 50-50 ball. He caught it. Touchdown, Bowling Green. Third TD of the night for the big Bowling Green tight end, Aiden Grody.
Yeah, Aiden runs that post route. Jace is doing a good job fighting off the defender, but
the first guy fell down, which really opened up a lot of room for Jace Eskew.
Yeah, it causes him to run that rollout a lot wider. The guy falls down. Jace finds Aiden there kind of standing and just fires the ball at him. Like you said, a chance for the defender to get it, but Aiden's big body, it'd be rough for anybody to try to get through to get the ball.
3:22 to play, 40-8 Bobcats.
2-point attempt.
Roll out again. Puts it in the air, and again, same play, same result. Aiden Grody gets the 2-point conversion to make it 42-8 Bowling Green. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. This is week 4 football from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, La Crosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
42-8, Bowling Green leads, and we were worried late in the first half. We were questioning whether Bowling Green would sniff 50 tonight. They're sniffing it.
They're sniffing.
Yeah.
In not really the traditional Bowling Green way that we've seen them do the last few years. Tonight has been a passing attack that's been effective.
I think maybe the coaching staff was tired. Oh,
ball is
loose for a second. He picked it back up to the near side. That's Hayden, and ended up getting it out to the 36-yard line.
They ran over 2 Bobcats, and finally Aaron McBride made the tackle here on the near side of the football field. So good job on Aaron to get down here and make a tackle.
So do you think the Bowling Green coaches were tired of us talking about the passing attack not being a factor?
If their goal was to shut us up on they should do something different, they certainly accomplished that.
What else can we talk about?
We'll just keep calling the plays here, I guess.
Exactly. 3:10 to play in the third quarter, 42-8.
Surely they're not tapped into the broadcast here on the sidelines.
Pitch out on first down. Oh, good hole on the near side. He's got the sideline.
That's a flag.
Drug out. He didn't pull down, though.
He
had the back of the jersey, but didn't yank for the horse collar.
It was
close.
It was close.
But I think he realized where he was and didn't.
Yeah, and if you didn't see it, Aaron jumped out, and as he made the tackle, Aaron McBride got a hold of the back of the jersey, and the penalty comes from pulling it down. And Aaron didn't really do that in this case.
No.
Didn't use all of his weight to make that tackle. That would be the horse collar. But those get called so loosely.
Yep. Oh, another big hole on the far side. Same guy running out of the backfield, Colin Moore.
Carried by number 2, Colin Moore.
He ends up with 4 on that play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, he was in the negatives here in the first half, and then 19 here in this quarter, but his negative yards are going to work against him a little bit. But he did a really good job on this last play to find this hole in the seam. And then this last time he did the same thing, real patient, waits for the hole to get there. And Jace Eskew just happens to be playing safety, and he runs him down and makes the tackle.
2nd and 6 for the T-Birds from their own 43-yard line. And flags come out pre-snap.
They call false offsides on the defense.
That'll
against the Bobcats.
move it up across the 45. And pretty manageable 2nd down. 2nd and 1. Oh. There are definitely things to work on after tonight.
Well, Bowling Green is certainly showing that they can throw the ball. Coach Sinclair said we can throw the ball, we just like to run it.
Yeah. And now whistles blow again pre-snap, and a timeout taken by the T-Birds on 2nd and 1. Minute 53 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Bobcats 42, North Callaway 8 in Week 4 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and Service and Supply Co-op.
At Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green, we're not only helping kids grow stronger, we're helping grow a stronger community for the future. Pediatrician Dr. Barbara White provides the specialized care your child needs from birth through college, right here at home. From routine checkups to immunizations, we're equipped to handle all of your child's health needs. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
2nd and 1 for North Callaway from the 48-yard line. Just shy of midfield.
North Callaway's found some stuff on the outside. Here's a rollout pass. Come get him.
He'll keep it. He'll get the first down and run out of bounds.
He's lucky.
He was sized up
not
by
the kid you want to hit.
Oliver Niemeyer.
Yeah, Oliver would have. I've seen Oliver do some damage. About a 10-yard gain for the quarterback.
And into Bobcat territory.
Yeah, good play, good rollout pass. 2 Bowling Green defenders were covering the wide receiver. About the time I said come get him is the time that I think Gary Welch should have broke down to go get the quarterback, not necessarily bail on his coverage, but he needs to know that he's got 2 guys there and go make that tackle. And the quarterback did a good job to step outside because Oliver was coming hard.
Hand off to the far side and brought down for a loss of 1. That's a new back, Clayton Moore.
Carried by number 12, Clayton Moore, tackled.
Aaron McBride grabbed him from the backside, and it looks like Brady Niemeyer cleaned house.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 from the Bobcat 47. Minute 5 to play in the 3rd quarter. 16 on the play clock. 10 as they hit the line.
Computer thinks it's smarter than me.
And Galbraith going to be hit for a loss.
Good job on the defensive end. That time happened to be Aiden Grody. Gets good extension on the guy blocking him, and Galbraith couldn't get away from him, so another loss of yards.
Equal time on the play clock and the game clock. It's 3rd and 13. I'd just take this to the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think I would too. I don't think I want to burn down on this and get the Bobcats, give them any more momentum than they've already got.
They may have to. It's like a half second, I think, difference.
10. I think they're just going to let it run out.
I think so too.
Will this be a penalty, or how does it?
Okay, the play clock was a half second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because how would that? I'll let you do your timeout commercial.
Well, yeah. We're going to the 4th quarter. Bowling Green leads 42-8. It'll be North Callaway 3rd and 13 when we start the 4th quarter from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Geeky Hillbilly, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
We're heading to the fourth quarter. Everyone knew what side they were going to except for the chain gang. They couldn't figure out where that third down marker was supposed to go.
It's not an easy job.
They finally got it. 3rd and 13, not 3rd and 7. 12 minutes on the clock. Bowling Green leads here at North Callaway 42-8. Mark front of Chris Grody, set to start the fourth quarter.
O'Neal making a change to his line or his backfield.
Roll out
pass.
Yeah, he audible.
He's in trouble.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Throws it away. He was out of the pocket.
Yeah, that was a smart play to throw it away here. He had 3 Bobcats directly in front of him and didn't want nothing to do with it.
He had about 580 pounds chasing him.
That's only funny because it's real.
Yeah. 4th and 13. And they were getting close, too.
Yeah.
Punt team comes on for the Thunderbirds. Big man's a good kicker.
He is.
This one's going to bounce inside the 10 and be down there. Another great kick from number 77, Gunnar Weniker, a sophomore. Another sophomore making a difference. As the teams change possession, let's send it back to the studio for an Eagle 102 game break.
Louisiana still trails 35-14 there early in the third quarter. A couple of updated scores for you. Williamsville leads Pittsfield at the end of 3, 21-6, and Carrollton leads Pleasant Hill 20-6. That also at the end of the third quarter. Back in Missouri, Hannibal's up 44-0 over Fulton, and Mark Twain and Van Far are tied at 20. Back to you guys.
That's a big comeback for the Van Far Indians, and this is a big touchdown. Dane Dunn on the far side. He's going to go 90-plus, 92 yards and into the end zone. Dane Dunn just ran the length of the field in a hurry. 11:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Bowling Green into the end zone again to make it 48-8.
Yeah, he got the ball on that inside handoff like you talked about earlier and was completely untouched and had a guy chasing him but couldn't catch him. And 92-yard touchdown for –
kudos to that kid. He never stopped chasing.
Never. That's the kid you want on your football team, a kid that's never going to stop trying.
I mean, he could have very easily, let up or done the old what was that in the Super Bowl, the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, where he dropped it. Yeah.
They're going to go for 2 and try and get this to a 50-8 lead. Roll out. SQ trying to find the pylon himself. He does. Oh, and then took a big hit
in the end zone. Yeah.
After the play was over, he got right back up. He got up quicker than the lineman. Lineman's
conversion is good.
Hobbled a little bit, but Bowling Green converts, and they have made it to 50-8 here in the fourth quarter. 11:19 to go from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Dennis Mudd Auto Body, W5 Auction Services, and Center Locker Service.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The clock has started as Bowling Green has stretched this lead to 42 points. Kick goes deep, fielded at the 20-yard line, sidesteps a man, and takes it across the 30 to the 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah, marking it 50-8 after that kick. The clock will run with the mercy clock rules in high school football.
Took a little longer to get there tonight, but Bowling Green, they're finding out. Bowling Green is Tier 1. But Tier 2 in the EMO is getting closer.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And North Callaway did a great job in the first half of this football game to really limit Bowling Green's everything, honestly. Just the last minute in that first half really separated this football game.
Oh, yeah. First and 10 for the T-Birds.
That play just is it's just doing nothing.
It's run out of steam, yeah.
That's another
carried by number 34.
Give him forward.
Tackle made by number 50.
Yeah, they give me forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
Aaron McBride again in on that tackle for Bowling Green. Senior.
Second and 10.
Super smart kid. He's become super fast. And I know Mom McBride and Daddy McBride are super Andrea and Norm are super happy.
You know, I noticed we have no coaches up here with us tonight. Everyone's on the sideline for Bowling Green.
Yeah.
That's a change.
Well, there's no booth here to watch from.
I mean, there's plenty of room inside. I mean, that's air conditioned at least, as that one goes for a gain of
it's like
2.
Trent Wilson, I think, in on that tackle for Bowling Green.
3rd and 8. Down to 9 minutes to go.
Yep, Trent Wilson.
Carried by number 34, Jayden Galver. Tackle made by number 65, Trenton Wilson.
Trent almost got the start defensively tonight.
Almost.
So,
Pitch out.
Near side and brought down. Good
play
pursuit
by Gary Welch, man. Wow.
Snuffed out that run by Colin Moore after a gain of only 1, and it's going to be 4th down and 7.
Gary had a blocker on him, Mark, and he shed that block and got an arm on the ball carrier and just held on for the tackle. So great play by the sophomore.
And we're down to 8:10 to play. And Winokur back on to punt again. High end over end kick. This one. He just, I mean, he turns that ball over and gets a good bounce, a friendly bounce for North Callaway every single time he boots that ball.
Yeah, Bowling Green will take over at the 32-yard line, and the clock still runs at 7:36 and counting.
And I can see maybe this being the final possession of the ball game.
Yeah, I think so. A first down or two here probably is going to end it. And I don't know what coach tells your kids here. Hey, if you break out, get the first down and trip. I don't know. Which takes a whole lot to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't score a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah. That's very true. 7 minutes to play.
Jace coming in with 10 seconds on the play clock.
Scores 50-8, Bowling Green.
Down to 5.
Getting ready to be a 4-0 team. And that handoff goes up the gut for about 5.
Chase number 26,
Buffington.
Chase Buffington.
Chase has had a good night.
Yeah, you know, it sucks that his
his one big touchdown got called back. But, yeah, Chase is, he's got 20, so he's got 35 yards on 4 carries.
And you know what? He can go back, rewatch this game, and just cut that portion out.
That's right. Nobody's going to know.
Yeah.
You want to see my touchdown? Nobody's going to know. His dad will know. His mom will know.
Tyler Spade.
Ricky, if you're listening, don't let him get away with that. Chase again.
Yeah, he's got the first down.
Yeah, certainly got the first down. Going to be 6-yard carry for Chase.
Across the 40 to the 43. I still think that would look good on a college reel.
Be a water timeout here.
Final water timeout, and they're letting the clock run through it. 50-8 is our score. Bowling Green ahead. Let's send it back to the studio for an Eagle 102 game break.
Yeah. Not a whole lot new to report on. Bowling Green, or Louisiana, I should say, still trails Wright City 35-14. And at the end of the third, I think you gave you that Williamsville 21-6 over Pittsfield, and do not have an update yet on the Van Far score. It's still 20-20 as far as we know at Mark Twain.
And Van Far ranked this week number 8. Is that right?
That's correct.
So, they fell behind Mark Twain early, but have been able to come back in that ball game. That sounds like a pretty fun ball game.
They got a pretty decent passing game, and Aiden was telling me that their running back is 6'3", 200 pounds, 225 pounds. That's a big running back.
All right, thank you, Jim, for that update, and we'll visit with you again in the post-game show as the clock down to 5:29. They did end up. He's way in the neutral zone. And this one across the 50 to the 46.
Another 9 yards for Chase.
Now another first down.
10. Yeah, the running back or the receiver was way off sides, and Jace got him to move back, but it didn't quite look like he moved back far enough. And I think with 50-8, the ref was like, the side judge was like, well, we're gonna be okay here.
Keep the motor running. Keep this thing heading toward the finish line.
Yeah, 4:40 left. Like you said, this may be very well the last possession of the game.
From the Thunderbird 45. Good spin move by Buffington. Then a flag comes in at the end.
Is it holding or face mask?
Carried by number 26, Chase Buffington.
Yeah, face mask is what they're going to call.
Against the defense.
It looked like he grabbed his jersey, but the way he spun around, it could have easily been confused as a face mask.
And the clock will continue to run while they...
Thunderbirds are arguing a little bit there, or at least pleading his case, saying, hey, I grabbed his jersey. Justice Moore out there talking to them.
Well, maybe if he would have stretched it 10 yards like the Patriots did with Lazard's undershirt.
Yeah.
He could have pleaded his case a little bit more.
I don't even know who that is.
What? The Jets, Jets?
Yeah, I don't acknowledge them since they now have a Packer quarterback and all of the Packer receivers.
I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good on Thursday night.
I watched it. He did. I'm kind of just.
His rollouts were good.
I'm kind of just being a baby because he's not a Packer. But, he's a good quarterback. Looked good.
Even at 40. Oh, ball's on the ground, and Askew is sacked. So one in the books there for Gabe Derlin. Another sophomore contributing.
Loss of about 6 yards.
Yeah. Down to 3 minutes to go.
More like 8. Yeah, the ball, Jace looks like he was dropping back to throw the ball and just dropped it, couldn't hang on to it, picked it up, and that's where the sack came from, is the time that it took him to pick the ball up.
So it'll be
second 18, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like 15. Second and 15. Down to 2:35 to go. Inside handoff, breaking a tackle, and he's going to Get into the secondary and brought down from behind.
Is he down or
and
calling him down?
Yeah, the ball did come out, but it was caused by the ground. Buffington gets the first down, and I think
Tackle made by number 20,
Cade Miller got him for North Callaway. You're at the 16-yard line. We're down to 2:05.
Listen to this. The running backs for Bowling Green are averaging 15, 10, and 10.
Nice. You could about run this thing out. It looks like they are in victory formation. They take an E, and they'll have to kneel 2 more times, it looks like. But Bowling Green, state rank this week. I don't know if the ranking will change. They're number 3. Go to 4-0. The Thunderbirds, I'm excited for them.
Me too. They've got something that works, and, they just came against this offensive line and defensive line for Bowling Green that is extremely stout and hard to play against.
That's the best part about coming over here, too. Their home uniforms, the green with white numbers, are the easiest uniforms to
That's very true.
to spot in all of the region.
Yeah, I think Misha should come up with a uniform rule just for media folk.
Yeah.
Your jersey has to be easy to read, or it's a 5-yard penalty every other play.
Yeah, well, they've got rules that say it's not mandatory for the press to be allowed in the press box. So
that's a good point. It's a nice night.
Other than the heat, it has been a perfect night for football. We're supposed to get some rain in this area tomorrow.
This will do it, Mark. 17 seconds on the clock.
North Callaway acted like they were going to jump the line as time is about to expire. Bowling Green improves to 4-0. 50-8 is our final. We'll start the postgame for you after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Ambassador Plumbing Incorporated, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports post-game show on KJFM Radio.
The Bowling Green Bobcats improved to 4-0 with a 50-8 victory here at North Callaway High School. Mark front of Chris Grody back here in the broadcast pavilion, the broadcast deck.
The broadcast overhang.
We were thinking in the first half, we got a ball game.
Yeah.
And now you're reminded Alfred E. Newman, what me worry, or Jordan Bennington, do I look nervous?
Yeah.
50-8 is the final. I do want to congratulate the young lady below us. She knew that Gabe Durbin was going to get a sack tonight, and she put the time and effort into a Gabe Durbin sign.
Do it.
And
maybe that's his sister.
I think that is just a huge Gabe Durbin fan.
Okay.
And he came through and got Jace Eskew there in the fourth quarter. But Bowling Green, there were things that made you nervous in the first half. A couple of fumbles. It was a tie game for way longer than we expected at 8-8, and you get the touchdown. Miss on the conversion. You're 14-8. A little sigh of relief. But that last 2 minutes, just everything went Bowling Green's way.
Yeah.
And they're able to kick it to 28-8 at halftime. And really, all the fight was gone in the final 2 quarters from North Callaway. And I think that's where the sophomores come in a little bit. They got tired.
Yeah, I think, you talk about being worried. I don't know if I was worried, but we certainly saw a slowed down first quarter from the Bowling Green offense. Mm-hmm. And then in that the end of the second quarter, man, they really kicked off, and then they didn't stop after that. So it's almost like this team once they start rolling, the boulder downhill, right? It's hard to get that big rock going, but once it goes, it doesn't stop. And once Bowling Green starts, they just don't stop.
And you perfectly described the night of Aiden Grody. The boulder, once he gets started, he had stopped 3 touchdown receptions,
yeah,
and a 2-point conversion for the big man tonight.
Yeah, had a good night, and that goes a long way to Jace Eskew too, and finding him. And then you talk about the offensive line creating the time for Jace to get out. So yeah, Aiden had a big night. So bravo to him.
50-8, our final. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Jim Ross will take us through scores from around the area as we continue the Eagle 102 postgame report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, La Crosse Lumber Company, and Sudsy Tub.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
50-8, our final here. Bowling Green over North Callaway from North Callaway High School. And Jim Ross, take us around the area.
Jim, give us the business.
There you go.
Some business. I'm going to tell you the turning point in the game was midway through the second quarter. Mark Froning said Bowling Green needs a break, and I haven't said that for a long time.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, several breaks took place, and as Chris aptly put it, the dam broke and the rock started rolling down the hill, and it was all over from there. So congratulations to the Bobcats for going to 4-0 on the season. Louisiana is on the move, but they trail 42-14. That's late in the third quarter. Couple of finals besides the Bowling Green final. Hannibal defeats Fulton 60-0. Over on the Illinois side, Brown County defeats Triopia 51-6. A couple of updates. Pittsfield has scored. They now trail Williamsville 21-12. That's midway fourth quarter. Carrollton over Pleasant Hill 20-6. And Quincy Notre Dame 30-7 over Sacred Heart Griffith. Quincy High leads Moline 36-14. And Mark Twain has taken the lead 26-20 over Van Far.
Ooh, that one's going to go down to the wire as Van Far tries to keep their undefeated season going. That's a tough one. And Mark Twain, I think every team in the EMO has something. I don't think anyone's going to go winless this year. Everyone has the potential for at least a win or two.
Yeah, sure. I think that's right.
So our final here, 50-8. Thank you, Jim, for hanging with us tonight and
giving us the business.
Giving us the business from around the area. How about some final numbers from this Bowling Green victory?
So we'll go over the scoring drive for the whole game. It started first with Bowling Green at 8:04 left in the first. A 42-yard run by Dane Dunn. The two-point conversion was good by Dane Dunn, making it 8-0. North Callaway turned around with 2:36 left in the first on a 15-yard reception touchdown. The two-point conversion was good, making it 8-8. Bowling Green, then it was all Bowling Green after that, Mark. They scored in the second with 1:51 on a 45-yard run by Dane Dunn. Then a 15 seconds left, a 40-yard touchdown reception to Aiden Grody. With no time left in the first half, they had a 22-yard reception to Aiden Grody. The two-point conversion was good on all three of those, making it 28-8. Then they had Jace Eskew in the third with 6:10 left with a 50-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion was no good, making it 34-8. Then at 3:22, they had a 5-yard receiving touchdown to Aiden Grody. The two-point conversion was good to Aiden Grody, 42-8. And then the last score was with 11:31 left in the fourth. So early in the fourth, Dane getting it done, has a 92-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion was good by Jace Eskew, bringing us to the final score, 50-8. Going over some of the receiving or running yards, Dane Dunn had 18 carries for 197 yards, averaging 15 yards a carry. Jace Eskew had 9 carries for 87 yards, averaging 10 yards a carry, basically. Chase Buffington ended the game with 8 carries for 76 yards, for averaging 9.5. And then Gary Welch carried the ball twice for 3 yards. Jace Eskew on the night was 7